We are underway here, folks. I would suggest pregnant women and those with heart trouble step out of the room for this one. Kyle O'Reilly versus Cedric Alexander, a quick show of respect. And that'll be the end of it, because from here, folks, these two are going to try to beat the crap out of each other.
Two men with very similar styles. Cedric Alexander, very high velocity, uses a lot of kicks, as he's known as kick to kill for a reason. Kyle O'Reilly, trainee, has marks of Davey Richards all over him. I would call him an acrobatic grappler. I hope we get to see him pull off that double underhook suplex into the double arm DDT that he does so beautifully.
These guys can do it all. They can grapple, they can strike, they can fly through the air, whatever it takes to get the victory. Kyle O'Reilly and Cedric Alexander can get it done, and this is going to be a very even matchup.
Absolutely. Well, as we discussed in the open, Kyle O'Reilly seems to have the edge on Cedric Alexander. Though this is Kyle O'Reilly's first run here in PWX, these two men are no strangers to each other. In fact, head-to-head, Kyle O'Reilly has the edge against Cedric Alexander 2-0.
Both of these men accomplished tag team wrestlers in Ring of Honor. Of course, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Red Dragon, current Ring of Honor tag team champions. As we see this, Cedric Alexander teaming with longtime partner Caprice Colton there, CNC Wrestle Factory.
Still my favorite name in all of tag team wrestling, actually.
So these two guys are absolutely no stranger to each other, seeing each other in the locker room, seeing each other in the ring at least twice, as you mentioned. Kyle O'Reilly 2-0 against Cedric Alexander right now. And you mentioned Cedric has had some troubles over the past few months. He was successful, becoming our first ever Innovative Television champion just back in March, but then just a couple of weeks later in April 13th, up in Virginia, South Boston, Virginia, drops that ITV title in his first defense to Chip Day.
Indeed, and ever since then, it seems to have been all downhill from there. As we saw last month in enemy territory, Cedric Alexander and Caleb Conley, the reuniting of Team 704, going up against the legendary Briscoe brothers, losing effort, and many people believe, if you watch the match, I know you watched the match, Chris Shore, it seemed at the end of it there was some miscommunications, which led to 704 going down.
Well, I mean, you know, when you're in the ring with a team that likes the Briscoe brothers, it's easy to have miscommunication. I mean, they are, what, 7-time Ring of Honor tag team champions, 7-time Ring of Honor tag team champions. And of course, Jay Briscoe, current Ring of Honor world champion. I mean, you know, when you're in there with that level of talent, it's easy. One mistake. That's all it takes, one mistake, and a team like that's going to put you away. So, yes, miscommunication, but wow, look at what you were up against.
Yeah, that's exactly what Caleb Conley said. He echoed your sentiments on the update disc last week. And Caleb Conley, of course, in our main event tonight, but Cedric Alexander center stage right now and getting Kyle O'Reilly tied up like a pretzel right now.
And you see the technical skills of both these men, the chain wrestling they've been through over the past few minutes, feeling each other out. And now look at Kyle O'Reilly getting stretched up here, twisted up tightly by Cedric Alexander. And then again, we see O'Reilly's technical ability, able to get out of that painful hold. Of course, not able to get past that shoulder tackle.
Yeah, very difficult. I mean, Cedric Alexander, his body is getting broader and broader by the month. I think he told me he was up to about 220 right now. And when I first met this man, he was 215. He is bulking up big time.
Another text from Steve Carino here. Says he'll be here in a minute. He's got to take a shower.
He's got to take a shower?
Yeah.
What, is he at the hotel still?
Who knows with Carino?
I stopped trying to understand that man back in 2003.
We will endeavor to trudge on without him here. Chris Shore with Craig Veltri. We are seeing Cedric Alexander versus Kyle O'Reilly. Look at this. Test of strength here and leverage.
Surprisingly, I mean, Kyle O'Reilly, I think he's giving up about 15, 20 pounds to Cedric Alexander. He was winning the test of strength. Amazing ability to get leverage, I guess.
And look, oh! he had that arm twisted around and kicked it away, putting a lot of extra torque on that shoulder. You could dislocate a shoulder that way, and O'Reilly wisely stays on the arm.
Wrong guy to be in the ring with a busted arm, as is Davey Richards is. I mean, he has that cross arm breaker in his arsenal, but Cedric Alexander has that agility in his.
That is the explosiveness of Cedric Alexander that you cannot prepare for. Just like that, a flying drop kick drops Kyle O'Reilly in a quick cover here, just a 1 count. And instantaneously, we go from Kyle O'Reilly working over that arm to Kyle O'Reilly looking up at the lights.
Cedric Alexander trying very quickly to become the aggressor. In fact, that's a role that he's really assumed in the last year. I asked him point blank at Rise of the Champions back in February, has this guy changed? He admitted, yes, he is changing. He is becoming more aggressive. He is more assertive in his matches. You see it there. You see it in all the matches leading up to this very one, and you've seen it very much in the early going.
And a drop kick there to the leg by Cedric on Kyle O'Reilly. And don't be confused. You said that Kyle O'Reilly's the wrong guy in the ring with a hurt arm. Cedric Alexander can pick you apart a piece at a time too.
That's true. That's true. Although he is known more for his for that high velocity
explosive
style
offense. Yes.
Yeah, indeed. And he tries, and usually that's what he uses to put away. Though it doesn't seem that way right now. Well, he can't really do much right now. Putting Kyle O'Reilly. It looks like both of them have leg locks locked on each other.
Oh, it's like almost like a double Achilles lock. Both guys wrenching back on the other's leg. And now a break by Kyle O'Reilly. Probably a smart move there. Well, these two guys. Of course, you mentioned Kyle O'Reilly, a student of Davey Richards, who we will see later tonight.
Absolutely.
And he faces PWX champion Caleb Conley, the longtime tag team partner of Cedric Alexander. So both of our singles matches tonight tied in together, considering the relationships between the 4 men in them.
I mean, it's very apropos. You're absolutely right. And Kyle O'Reilly almost went down with a pinfall in that modified figure 4, it looks like. Down again he goes. But Cedric Alexander, I think I stated it very much. Caleb Conley, when he was on the show last week, the update desk, I should say, he stated many times that both these men do have very similar styles, and it's amazing how great that scouting report has been, because you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm more used to seeing Cedric Alexander be explosive, being, just going right for that COD, that concussion on delivery drop kick. But then again, you will see Kyle O'Reilly, on the other hand, being more explosive. It's amazing how these guys are yin and yang in their styles just to combat each other.
Oh. And look, Cedric Alexander being smart here, working on the wheel of Kyle O'Reilly. So much of O'Reilly's offense depends upon him starting from a vertical base and twisting his body to wrap up his opponents in various holds and moves.
Absolutely.
And if O'Reilly cannot stand,
I'm amazed Cedric Alexander couldn't stand after that match. He's not standing now.
Oh, and now look at this. We've got a hurt leg on O'Reilly, a hurt arm for Cedric. Both guys wounded here. One wing, one wheel. Who do you think's got an advantage in a situation like that? The guy with the hurt arm or the guy with the hurt leg?
I would go with the hurt leg. I mean, it is the bigger of the two limbs, and it is the one where you put most of your weight on. I mean, I think, honestly, if you ask any weightlifter what day they prefer the arms over the leg, not just because they see the arms more, but because you still got to walk on your legs.
And that's what I was talking about there. The offense of Kyle O'Reilly, starting from that vertical base and then twisting his body around and his opponents into some sort of bizarre, just pretzel-like hold, and Cedric Alexander having no choice but to stick his foot out, and Kyle O'Reilly screwed in so tight, had to get the ref to help him break the hold.
that I find almost bizarre, and I'm almost in kind of disbelief on that one. But Kyle O'Reilly says that the move is over, the match continues.
Oh, quick roll up there from Cedric, only a 2 count. Now back to the arm is Kyle O'Reilly. Oh, drops him down into the shoulder.
Hyperextending that shoulder. I think that shoulder got right into the canvas and going for a pin. I'm surprised he was going for submission instead. That 2 count is proof of that.
We see the legacy of the Charlotte area wrestling right here. Both of these guys picking a piece of the body and going after it, a la the Andersons, longtime tag team here in the Crockett area of Charlotte, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Well, it also is the Canadian tradition as well. Kyle O'Reilly, as well noted in introduction here, from British Columbia. I mean, the Hart tradition is really predicated on taking apart an opponent. You see it with Bret Hart and Owen Hart's sharpshooter, and so many of the holds that Stu Hart used to teach involved focusing in on one body part.
O'Reilly trying to get some feeling back in that leg, wiggling it out while he continues to work on that arm, that shoulder of Cedric Alexander. I've noticed before scars on the shoulder of Cedric, that left shoulder of his. I don't know if it's from a prior surgery or just another injury, but you have to think O'Reilly saw those scars himself and figured that was the shoulder I should go after.
Well, I don't know the history of that scar, but I mean but then again, that is the MO of a Davey Richards trainee. We'll discuss that later on. And there's a move right out of Davey Richards' arsenal. He always seems, I've noticed this about Davey Richards' matches. He always seems to go after the right, but actually the left arm.
Oh, and Cedric's in trouble here. Kyle O'Reilly wrenching that arm bar back, putting serious pressure on the shoulder. Cedric had to wiggle around as fast as possible to make his way to the ropes to stop that. And he's hurt. Look at the way he's cradling that arm. I have had my shoulder dislocated one time before, and that's very similar to how you cradle it when you're trying to protect it.
But it should make it easier to get out of straitjackets, right?
It can. Oh. I don't think he's in a straitjacket now.
I'm sure
Cedric Alexander, I'm sure he'd rather be.
Yes.
As once again, O'Reilly staying focused on that arm. Picks him up, hammerlock, drops it down, backbreaker with that hammerlock in. And O'Reilly is picking Cedric apart. And you got to think, no matter who wins this match, Cedric Alexander might be done from a left arm injury.
I sincerely hope not. It'd be sorely missed from any card that he's involved in. But Kyle O'Reilly is a story right now, an impressive debut here at A Hunt for Gold. I mean, I've seen what this guy can do on TV. You got to see this guy live to believe what he's capable of.
And maybe a mistake by O'Reilly. They're working on that left arm. Like I said, I know there's a scar on it. But Alexander right-handed and uses that right hand to create just enough distance to hit that kick. And just like that, referee Mitch Blaylock making the standing 10 count.
It looks like Cedric Alexander's the one who's coming to a stir the most. But then again, you're talking about the leg issue. I mean, can Kyle O'Reilly stand up on that leg to break the 10 count?
Cedric now wiggling that arm, trying to get some feeling back into it like Kyle O'Reilly was with the leg earlier.
Listen to this crowd, sure. They are evenly divided between these two guys.
Cedric with a big backhand chop there. And now the kick, yeah, you would think this would be his hometown. He got a great pop when he came out.
Yes.
But now it looks like Kyle O'Reilly has won some of these fans over. We're split about down the middle.
Oh, look at this. Fireman's carry. What do you see here?
Oh, to the roll, watch out here. Cedric Alexander. Springboard moonsault, 2 and no.
Split the legs, beautifully done, great execution. I would not have been at all unsatisfied if that's how this match ended.
Cedric Alexander very close there with that split-legged moonsault. Kyle O'Reilly able to escape the pinfall attempt.
Oh, wait
and now look out here. We saw this break Adam Page's nose just a month ago. Look out. I thought it was going to be that COD.
Psych.
That concussion on delivery, but now, yeah, Cedric with a mistake there, yelling at the fans.
And a mistake not going for that concussion on delivery. Obviously, Kyle O'Reilly was prone to it. He was practically motionless in the corner, but, well, and now.
Oh, and O'Reilly, he's got him twisted up. He's got that arm twisted up.
Hate to say I told you so, but I told you so, Cedric.
Cedric Alexander in the middle of the ring. He is in trouble. O'Reilly putting all his weight down on the shoulder. But Alexander's power, look at that! And a bridge to no! How close was Cedric Alexander, the surprise victory right there.
Again, explosive is the word of the day when you want to discuss Cedric Alexander, just out of nowhere, powering through that arm hold and then managing to get a suplex pinning combination. Amazing.
Kyle O'Reilly and Cedric Alexander have left it all in the ring. But this match continues. Neither man has been able to put the other away here.
Talk about the hearts on these guys.
I think Cedric might have thought about whipping there, but O'Reilly holds on. That arm, we see how much it's hurting him.
And I guess there is some method to the madness working on that left arm. It seems to be the one that Cedric Alexander and most wrestlers, it seems to favor when executing something as simple as an Irish whip.
And Alexander able to do it. He went charging in. Oh, chin buster.
Beautiful.
Oh, and a kick to the chest. What's O'Reilly got planned here? Superman punch.
Oh my, look out below! And I thought the concussion kick was devastating.
Oh, and now he's got him over the cross arm breaker. Cedric Alexander's in the middle of the ring. That cross arm breaker. He may have to tap here. He may have to tap here.
I don't think he will tap. I mean, Mitch Blaylock, our referee, in perfect position to see if Cedric Alexander can do it. Oh, look, he rolls him up.
He got him up here. No.
That'll break a hold.
Oh, now trading those back kicks.
Oh, I thought Cedric was going to go for that brain buster to no avail.
What a stiff knee to the forehead. Look at this.
Oh,
Cedric twists his body over sunset flip and hooks him small package. 1, 2, no.
Oh, my. He was going for a figure four, I swear to God.
Oh, and O'Reilly fired up here. Alexander had him well scouted, hits him with that Pele kick. Both men are down.
Unbelievable. I mean, these guys still seem to have enough left in the tank. And listen to this crowd chanting, this is awesome. Indeed, I agree.
You've heard of flurries of offense? That was an avalanche of offense, folks. Both guys throwing everything they had at each other. And look now, both men down as our referee makes 7.
That was an apocalypse of offense, sure. Are you kidding me?
Referee at 9 as both men make their feet. That shows you the type of war this has been. We reset this, Craig. Cedric and Kyle standing toe-to-toe in the center of the ring.
And notice what they're going after. O'Reilly after the left arm of Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander going after the right leg, the left leg of Kyle O'Reilly, and they're trading blows to that limb that they've been attacking all matchup long.
Look at it. They just have to stop and walk away. The pain both men have put the other through is unbelievable here. God, I might sleep hurt tonight just from watching this.
Oh, my God. I don't think I'm going to sleep at all after watching this. This is unbelievable.
Oh, and O'Reilly suckered Alexander in on a handshake. Oh, but Alexander right there with that drop kick.
Right to the head.
Oh, and O'Reilly right there with a knee. Look out.
Climbs the ropes with that tornado DDT.
And rolls through. Cedric, no brainbuster! Brainbuster! 1, 2, 3!
Yes!
Oh my God, what a match!
Corky Franks make it official.
Your winning contest, Cedric Alexander.
Cedric Alexander finally gets one back on Kyle O'Reilly. Good God, Craig, what a match.
I said in my forecast column last week that Cedric Alexander needs to win this match. I didn't think he would. I'm happy to be wrong. Amazing match. Fans standing on their feet here at Tremont Music Hall. Wow, Cedric Alexander, what more can you say?
A standing ovation for the two men in the ring, and they deserve it, folks. A clinic tonight in independent wrestling from Cedric Alexander and Kyle O'Reilly. And you got to believe that this victory makes up for that loss of that ITV title, and a great show of respect there from both men.
I should think that Cedric Alexander will be back in contention now for the PWX title somewhere down the road over such a capable man as Kyle O'Reilly. No slouch is Kyle O'Reilly in the ring, and he deserves a lot of credit for this matchup.
See Cedric Alexander making the sign right there. He wants some gold. This is a hunt for the gold. He says he wants his belt.
It's very daunting when you're going to be in the ring with somebody you idolize. And Steve, we've both been there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The butterflies.
You know, it can take you out of your game. It can elevate your game. But something's going to happen. This will be a different stage for Cedric Alexander. When you wrestle somebody, when you compete against somebody that you idolize, somebody that you look up to, it adds a different dynamic. It adds a different element to the match that you might not be prepared for. There's no way to prepare for that because you don't get in that scenario often.
This is the first time Cedric Alexander and Jay Lethal have matched up. Craig Beltry joining Shane Helms and myself, Chris Shore, here for this match. Craig, you know, we talked about this before the show started. We talked about the start of the show just now. I don't know that I have been more excited for a match than I am for this one.
It is incredibly exciting considering Cedric Alexander has gotten back on the winning path. Last month at a Hunt for Gold, he was able to defeat Kyle O'Reilly. He's on the winning track, but he's got Jay Lethal dead in his sights. We'll see whether or not the Cedric Alexander, as I alluded to, is going to be able to put down.
Chris Shaw, I got to ask you one question.
Yes, sir.
Who the hell is this guy?
This is Craig Beltry. He's
yeah, we go way back.
Honor of the flip, as we say next to you, sir.
Shane, you've come up through wrestling. You've wrestled all over the world. You've done it in different organizations. Cedric Alexander tells me the one thing he wants to do is to be known as the best wrestler in the world. And you got to believe a win over Jay Lethal will move him closer to that goal.
Oh, no doubt. Every victory counts, but when you beat somebody the caliber of Jay Lethal, that's more than just a small step. That's elite. Jay Lethal is more talented than even his biggest fan knows. And Cedric, I can say the exact same thing about Cedric Alexander. You can sit there and watch him, and you might think you know how talented he is, but until you're in there with him, you have no idea.
Folks, if you have not had a chance to see either one of these guys in the ring, do not get up from your seat. You might collapse from the excitement. We are in for what promises to be a barn burner in this match. Two of the best in the world right now in the ring. Cedric Alexander versus Jay Lethal. It's time to start the dream match.
And I tried to touch on it a little bit earlier. I'm going to give the advantage to Jay Lethal because I'm telling you, when you're a wrestler that was a fan, and you're in there with somebody that you looked up to, it brings a different type of butterfly in your belly. Myself being a longtime fan of wrestling, when I was in there with somebody like a Ric Flair or an Undertaker, you just can't prepare for that. There's no way to prepare for that until it happens.
And here
Cedric
we
Alexander is in a different element right now than he's ever been before. Can he rise to the occasion? That's the question.
He has also been in a very different type of focus. We've noticed this over the past several months. Cedric Alexander is a different man. Starting in February, we've noticed that more intensity, more focus, not really caring what the fans think, just try to win. It's had mixed results, but it has given more impact. You say that it's a different scope for Cedric Alexander. Well, I gotta wonder if Jay Lethal knows what he has in store for himself here tonight in Concord.
Well, Jay Lethal's been in there with some of the best. Jay Lethal has beaten some of the best.
Absolutely.
So I guarantee you that he's prepared.
You do have to give the edge here to Jay Lethal just based on experience, but there you see both of these guys. Look at the physicality. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
And there you have it. Yeah. Cedric Alexander, such a fan, such a student of the game. He knows where Jay Lethal is coming. And there you see with almost those mirror drop kicks.
Both of these guys are prepared for this. You can tell. They know each other.
I saw Cedric Alexander wrestle for the first time in February 2010 at the ripe old age of 20. He had been wrestling 2 years, and I knew the first time I saw him, the kid was going to be a star.
And it's a good thing that he's got a lot more aggressive lately. You know, you can only be friendly for so long. You can do this for fun or you can do this to win. To do it to win, you got to get angry at some point.
And we've seen that from Jay Lethal as well. We saw
Without
Jay
a
Lethal
doubt.
have a good time and paid an homage to the Macho Man Randy Savage for some time.
Had an X Division title run
That's correct.
during that period.
But it was only once he settled down, became more serious, that he got the big success. Former ROH television champion, and just on a winning tear there, very close to winning that ROH heavyweight championship just a few months ago. Jay Lethal is going to be a tough road to hoe here for Cedric Alexander. But again, I talked about it a minute ago. He told me his goal is to be the best wrestler in the world. He's got to go through Jay Lethal to be able to claim that title.
Well, these are two men that I don't think have even tasted their potential in this business. As you mentioned, Cedric Alexander, he's now 23 years old. Jay Lethal, 28 years old. The best is yet to come out of these men, and we're going to sample it here tonight. We've sampled it already.
These guys too, if they progress the way they have been progressing, these two guys could be the complete package in this business.
Tell me, Shane, how intimidating is it? You talked about when you stepped in the ring with the Ric Flairs and the Undertakers and those sorts of stars, those guys who are just, they were trailblazers in this business. How intimidating is it to step in the ring and face someone like that?
Oh, it could be incredibly intimidating. It could take guys out of their game completely. That's when you see a guy go up to a plate and strike out, or you see a guy try to get on base or bunt, and then you see guys hit home runs. That's what Cedric Alexander is facing right now. He's on the plate, and Nolan Ryan is staring in his face. What's he going to do when those pitches come? Cedric Alexander is the one under pressure. Then again, if you look at the other scenario, look at Jay Lethal. What if he loses to Cedric Alexander?
Right.
Where's that going to put him?
I was going to say, is there any possibility that Lethal, the veteran, could take the young kid lightly and not take him seriously?
I don't think his mentality will allow him to take him lightly. He's not that type of guy. He could be very aggressive, but he doesn't seem like that over-cockily Steve Corino guy that was just here. Or that Gregory Helms. You know that guy was an asshole. But Jay Lethal is well prepared. It's not, if he does lose, it's not something that's going to kill him, but it's something that will set him back.
Well, again, I got to reiterate.
Because of, not to cut you off, but just because of on where they are in the business right now, where they are in their careers.
Well, again, I think the term was thrown out about Kyle O'Reilly as a young veteran. I think that was you that said that, Shane. But the same can apply to Jay Lethal. He's got a long career ahead of him. He's not, I mean, a loss to Cedric Alexander, okay, bravo. We could see these guys further on down the line. So far with the action going on in the ring so far. Oh, God, that got to hurt. So far with the action in the ring, I don't think I'd mind seeing a sequel to this already.
And look at the fluidity of the movement here. Look at the athleticism of these guys as they fly around the ring. And right now it's dead even.
I just saw an esophagus come out.
Yeah, it was dead even until Cedric Alexander there with that drop kick. One of the best drop kicks you'll see. If he gets you in the corner and hits it, that's concussion on delivery, COD. Jay Lethal's got to watch out for that tonight.
And Jay Lethal took a powder, son.
Oh, gee.
And he might need a BC later on.
I think I saw a BC he took 2 weeks ago fly out of his mouth off that drop kick.
There was some DNA landed in the front row.
Yeah.
Speaking of Aaron Hernandez, what?
Oh, Jay Lethal waiting all the way till 9, taking the full advantage of the count from our referee before getting back in the ring. Is that what you need to do to get to a veteran, Shane? Is that what you've got to do? Go in, kick him in the mouth one good time, let him know you're there. Is that how you can get into his head?
You got to earn his respect sometimes. You got to let him know who you are. You know, sometimes in a fight, it doesn't matter if you win, lose, or draw, as long as they know your name when it's over. You know, that's how you deal with things. But when you're in there with somebody that is a couple levels ahead of you, success-wise, credibility-wise, in the game-wise, you got to let them know who you are. And I'm not saying that Jay Lethal doesn't know Cedric Alexander. I guarantee you he knows him a lot better right now, though.
Cedric Alexander announcing his intention in this match with that drop kick to the face. And look out here.
Beautiful Hurricane Rana.
Standing Rana there. First time I've seen that from Cedric. Look out here. Oh, wheelbarrow into that arm drag. Cedric just always in motion. Oh, well scouted.
Again, that's the student of the game that Cedric Alexander is. Knowing
but Lethal, well scouted as well, and he kicked the taste out of Cedric's mouth.
Once again,
look out here. Oh, and there's that drop kick. And Cedric crashing down. Look out, Jay Lethal's going to fly.
Look at this! Oh my!
Into the barricade.
World-class talent.
Cedric Alexander taken out by Jay Lethal. Boy, if Cedric was dreaming before, he's awake now.
I don't know. It looks like he's semi-conscious out on the floor. I mean, keep in mind, no padding around the floor. That is concrete that he's making a bed of right now.
He introduced himself to Jay Lethal, and Jay Lethal said, "Thank you very much. Here I am as well."
Nice to meet you, said Jay Lethal.
Nice to feat you.
Cedric Alexander, a little shook up right now.
Yeah, struggling to get to a vertical base with the aid of Jay Lethal. Not a hand you want in this kind of a matchup.
Now referee counting Jay Lethal breaking the count there, thank goodness. I'd hate to see this end on a double count out.
Absolutely.
And as I said earlier, I tried to get Paula Dean to help commentate this match. I sent her pictures of these two guys. She replied and told me she couldn't tell them apart. I said, that's bullshit. I said, that's bullshit. I said, I will not have that on my commentary.
We appreciate your thoughtfulness, Shane.
That was a true story I just made up.
Back in the ring goes Cedric Alexander with help from Jay Lethal. And right now, Lethal is settling in. This is what Cedric's got to be careful of. You can't let the veteran settle in control, and work his offense and pick apart Alexander the way he wants and knock him down to where he can get that pinfall. He needs to do something here, create some separation, and keep Jay Lethal on his toes.
And Jay Lethal has a lot of offense, too, so you definitely don't want him to get comfortable in that role.
The lethal injection, lethal combination, it can come from anywhere with Jay Lethal. The man is not afraid to go up top. He's not afraid to ground and pound. As we saw, he's not afraid to dive to the outside of the ring. Jay Lethal will do what it takes to win.
Well, like his partner, the PWX champion, Caleb Conley, Cedric Alexander is a man that can take a beating and keep coming. Let's not forget, even though Jay Lethal has the advantage now, it could turn like that, ladies and gentlemen.
We see here both guys with similar body styles, so you got to believe, Shane, that the guy who's got the best cardiovascular system at this point has to be the one that's in best position to win.
Well, cardio is a huge factor in any sport, definitely in wrestling.
Cedric tried for the whip. Oh, Lethal runs in, eats a boot to the face for his troubles.
That staggered him. Look at him.
Oh, went for another one, but Lethal ready. Look out here. You never know what's going to happen with Cedric. Oh, Lethal up and over.
Oh, or with Lethal on the reversal.
What a back elbow by Alexander.
Did you say black elbow? What the hell?
Oh, look out here.
Oh,
look at him.
Lethal injections looked like it was going to be instead that back elbow. Quick cover here. 2.5. You got to wonder, he got 2.5 off that elbow. If he had been able to hit lethal injection there, that might have been it.
I think Jay Lethal honestly believed he had him with that back elbow, and honestly, the force at which it came off, the sound echoing through the Cabarrus Arena, I wouldn't have been surprised to see that happen. It would have been unfortunate, but still.
Lethal.
Well, keep in mind, Cedric is going to dig deeper for this match than ever before.
Yes.
You mentioned Cedric getting back on the winning ways by defeating Kyle O'Reilly last month at Hunt for Gold.
A lot of standing reversal here. These guys.
Oh, look out here.
There is
one. No, Cedric will dive too. Look, oh, Jay Lethal back in the ring. Oh my God, Cedric ready for him. Look out here.
Here's some cardio for you.
Hello. Oh. How even can this match get? Cedric Alexander takes out Jay Lethal, both men down on the floor. These guys have thrown everything at each other but the kitchen sink.
And here's something you might not think about. Cedric Alexander does have an advantage when it comes to simply researching his opponent. Why? Because there's more material of Jay Lethal out there. He's wrestled longer. He's had more matches. He's been on a national scale for a long time. Cedric Alexander really hasn't. So there's more material of Jay Lethal out there to study. So I would imagine of the two that Cedric Alexander, going by that rationale, might be a little bit more prepared for his opponent that Jay Lethal can be.
You make a great point.
And not to mention, Cedric Alexander, hasn't been in the business quite as long. And even though the internet being what it is, hang on, quick cover here, almost a 3 count, but still the match continues. As I was saying, there isn't that much material on Cedric Alexander, so what if he's learning new stuff? What
Of course he is, and I promise you he is.
Disadvantaged Lethal because he might not know what's coming.
Figure 4 headlock here from Cedric Alexander on Jay Lethal, squeezing on the head, taking the breath away.
That's what being a veteran is a disadvantage, because your opponent knows everything you're going to do because they've watched it for years. And you're going in there with somebody you don't know, you've never seen anything about them. In that scenario of being a veteran or being the more experienced opponent can be a bit of a detriment.
Go ahead, Chris.
I say Jay Lethal needs to make the ropes here. He's in a little bit of trouble.
Look at me trying to sound intelligent. Did I fool you?
Lethal now just trying to tee off, do anything he can.
Ladies and gentlemen,
look at this. We've got wrestlers who have made their way out. They're standing in the entryway here watching this match.
Chip Day, the ITV champion, the American Tiger, Andrew Everett, Jake Manning.
Look out here. I look like he was going for that lethal injection. Cedric with a knee lift, and we've seen this.
What I tell you, classic example of what I was just saying. How can Lethal prepare for that? He couldn't. Cedric was prepared for Lethal in that situation.
It almost won him the match, a near fall for Cedric Alexander, as the locker room, most of them, has cleared out to be in the entryway rather, to take a look at this matchup.
That's a monitor sellout. That's a monitor sellout.
I can't blame him either.
And why would you want to watch this through a curtain? Come out here and see this great match that's developing here in front of us. Neither man giving an inch, neither man giving up at all.
That's how important this match is to the company. I have done this. Rock Hogan at WrestleMania, I put on a hat, hit the hair, went out in the crowd and stood and watched, just like these guys are doing. That's how important that this locker room feels that this match is. Not just to these guys, but to PWX in its entirety.
We have always said of Cedric Alexander, I mean, Shore and I have talked about this constantly. This man, Cedric Alexander, is a future heavyweight champion. I mean, I think I can see this man carrying any organization, not just PWX. And of course, we've talked in great length already about Jay Lethal's credentials as not just a champion, but as a competitor. And ladies and gentlemen, this is just breathtaking to watch.
Well, Jay Lethal's not just here for the payday. And regardless of what I've said earlier, I'm not just here for the payday. I can get paid anywhere. This company is on the rise. This company is bringing talent to this area that hasn't been seen here in a long time. PWX is a great division, a great company.
And a great match going on right now. Again, our locker room is cleared out.
Look at that. You got Jake Manning over there. Who else we got?
We've got
Zane
wrestlers
Riley,
who've become fans.
Andrew Everett, Chase Brown. I think I saw Chip Day in the American
Tiger is out there as well.
At our heart, we're all still fans. If you're a wrestler and you're not a fan of the business, get the hell out.
I agree.
This is awesome chant from the crowd. You've got to agree with them here. As this match resets, we started with them toe-to-toe, and here we stand all this time later, toe-to-toe, Cedric Alexander and Jay Lethal trading blows. Who's going to give? Who you got, guys? Who you got?
I still am sticking with Cedric Alexander in this matchup.
Right there,
he's got some. Go ahead, Shane. Sorry.
Wow, just saying, those punches are stiff, boy.
Oh,
those are what we call taters.
But whoever the winner is of this matchup, there's like almost a combination of awe and reverence for what is going on here tonight. The fans, they appreciate what they are seeing, and they're almost speechless. Like the air is like,
look at this!
Tense. Oh my gosh!
These two will not stop. They're going to punch themselves out. It's like double rope-a-dope in here.
This was like Benoit, Kevin Sullivan back in the day. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to mention Sullivan.
Oh. Lethal there was going for that lethal combination, hit the first part of it, but Alexander had it scouted. Look out. Oh, he loves that super kick too. Wow. Oh, step up enziguri there. Is he going to hit it here? Yes! Lethal combination. Jay Lethal has defeated Cedric Alexander. 1, 2, and he kicked out. He kicked out. I can't believe it. Cedric Alexander kicked out of the lethal combination.
Look at this crowd.
There have been very few men that have been able to walk away from that maneuver, let alone kick out from it. Cedric Alexander, I don't know where he's getting these reserves of resiliency from, but oh dear God, it is fun to watch.
Jay Lethal won the Ring of Honor World Television Championship with that move, but Cedric Alexander has still fire left in the belly as Jay Lethal ascends to the heavens. What's he got planned here for Cedric? Up and over here, look out.
Oh, wait a minute.
Cedric here.
He's going for the brain buster.
Can he hit that brain buster? Can he hit it? No, look out. Oh. Oh my God, what a move.
Beautiful.
Can Lethal get him over, get him covered here? 2 and no.
Oh my.
Cedric Alexander still kicks out.
That modified base buster, beautiful maneuver to watch. Beautiful enough for a win, just not in this case.
A look of incredibility on Jay Lethal's face. He just got impressed. That Cedric kicked out of that.
I would say shocked. What in desperation almost for Jay Lethal. What he's saying with his eyes, what do I have to do to put this kid away?
I admit I have never been in the ring, but just seeing what has happened to Cedric Alexander over the last minute and how he's still able to recover and catch Jay Lethal on the top is unbelievable.
He's definitely concerned about the aerial attack of Jay Lethal. 2 times in a row, he dug deep to try to counter that. And 2 times in a row, he's been successful.
How much damage can this kid take? Oh, he's got to look out here.
How much can he dish out?
Oh, Jay Lethal, the veteran, holding on there.
Cedric Alexander may have not had enough strength left to hook those legs of that Hurricane Rana. Oh, wait a minute, what's this?
Here. Cedric!
Oh
Up and over, quick cover here. Has he got him? Has he got him? No!
Oh my!
Wow, that pump handle into a T-bone variation was impressive.
And slowly but surely, more and more people are standing.
Look at them.
They are on their feet here in Concord, North Carolina for this match. I can't blame them. Look out here, the COD. Oh, Lethal had that well scouted. We talked about that earlier. Lethal's seen that.
So did Alexander. Boom! Well enough to hit that clothesline.
Has he got him here? Is that enough? No, still. And now Cedric Alexander starting to wonder what he's going to have to do to put away Jay Lethal.
When Cedric has survived Jay Lethal's big guns, he better start bringing out his own. I don't think a springboard clothesline is enough to beat Jay Lethal. Obviously, it's not. We just saw he kicked out. Cedric better dig deep. He better go to the arsenal. Bring out the tanks. Bring out the bazookas. That's what it's going to take to beat Jay Lethal.
Well, I think I see his opportunity for his biggest gun of them all, the COD. Look at Jay Lethal prone in the corner. He could just very easily just whip him into the other corner and just go full speed ahead and hit that drop kick and 1, 2, 3. Good night, Concord.
This could be it. No, Lethal with the reversal. He's in up and over. Alexander Wareham, here we go. Watch out here, Jay Lethal again, back to the top. Missile drop kick.
He's calling for the bell.
Superman forearm there.
Oh, look at this.
Got him up, but Alexander slips out. Look
Here
out.
we go.
Lethal injection!
Oh!
Lethal
That's
injection! Say goodnight,
That's gotta be it.
Shirley, and I can't! There's no way! There's no way!
No!
There's no way!
Take your hat off. If you don't got a hat on, find one, put it on. Take that shit off because Cedric Alexander just kicked out of the lethal injection.
Fans, I
That's
told
impressive.
you not to get out of your chairs because you'll fall down from the excitement.
I don't think the fans at home, I can imagine half of them are already out in their living rooms, standing, dancing, running around the room. This match has just been so exciting from bell to almost bell. This match continues. Oh my goodness.
If I was at home right now, I would elbow drop my son. After that, that's what I would have did.
Tomorrow when my girls ask me, Daddy, what did you do last night? My answer's going to be sit in amazement at Jay Lethal and Cedric Alexander.
No joke, my mom, my dad, my sisters, most of my extended family are actually here tonight to watch this. This is amazing.
Oh, Lethal with a chop there. Alexander just pushed away.
Wow.
Kick to the head. What's left? Oh. Oh, but Alexander exploded in another super kick. And oh my God. He turned him inside out with that clothesline. Both men are down. This is unbelievable.
I just got a concussion watching this shit.
Cedric Alexander, Jay Lethal have beat each other half to death here.
And the other half is creeping up.
The fans chanting PWX, the hottest promotion in the Southeast, quickly on the rise, as you can see, with action like this, ladies and gentlemen, the world at large, watch
Everybody
out.
on their feet, which is a plus for the girls standing in front of us.
Oh, hello.
Listen to this crowd. This is what it's about.
The only people in the arena not on their feet right now are Jay Lethal and Cedric Alexander. The locker room is empty. They're standing in the aisles. It is pandemonium here. This crowd is going crazy, and all Jay Lethal and Cedric Alexander can do is sit on their knees and hammer at each other.
When we're hurt, when we're beat up, and our families and friends don't understand why we do this, and they ask us, why do you do this? This is why we do this. But what this crowd is giving these guys back right now. These guys are giving their bodies, and this crowd is giving their love. That's what pro wrestling is all about.
It's all they're feeding off of at this point. They are at a vertical base, but both these men, they are gassed. They are on spaghetti legs. I don't know if they'll even have enough. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they just collapse right in front of you.
When Cedric said he had dreamed about this moment, I don't know if this is how it played out, but when I dreamed about it, it certainly is how it played out. Look out here! Oh, it's backbreaker! But Jay Lethal right to his feet!
COD!
COD! Can he hit the Brave Buster? Can he? No! Jay Lethal out of it!
How did he do that?
And another COD! Oh my God! Can he hit it here? Brave Buster! Brave Buster!
Is that it? Is that it?
He's gonna do it again!
Brave Buster!
That's gotta be.
Is that it? That's it! He did it! He did it! Cedric Alexander did it!
The biggest win of Cedric Alexander's career. He just defeated Jay Lethal.
If Cedric Alexander is not a made man in this business, he is one here tonight. Unbelievable victory, incredible matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, you can start breathing again.
Shane Helms, you said it before the match. A win over Jay Lethal isn't a step to the best wrestler in the world. It's a leap. And what an unbelievable leap for Cedric Alexander tonight. A great match. Jay Lethal gave him everything he had, but this kid is something special.
Without a doubt. Welcome, Cedric Alexander. Welcome to the category of one of the best in the world.
The dream has come true for Cedric Alexander. A big win over Jay Lethal here tonight, and it's all about me. A main event worthy match on any card anywhere in the world, and yet it is not our main event. We've got another match coming up here in just a little bit.
I'm not sure how much more I can take.
I know. Give me a cup of coffee and an oxygen mask.
Woo.
Oh, wait a minute.
What is this?
Wait, that sound. That, is that?
No way.
It's Tommaso Ciampa's music.
Oh my
Is he
God.
here?
No.
July 19th, the Sicilian Psychopath makes his debut for PWX. Declaration of Independence 2. I was asked to pick any man in the entire roster. One man stood up. One man who's been fighting his ass off, taking on the top competition in the world, trying to prove himself, night in and night out. Cedric Alexander, your time is up. Your number's been called. July 19th. Your luck just ran out.
Oh my God, there you, Tommaso Ciampa, the Sicilian Psychopath, calling out Cedric Alexander for July 19th when PWX returns. Unbelievable.
A great match to look forward to, but
I can't believe this. Before he can even revel in his victory over Jay Lethal, Cedric Alexander challenged by Tommaso Ciampa for July 19th.
Well, I've seen Tommaso Ciampa, and coming off a knee injury, he seems more intense than ever. Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, forget about that. Look at this. What we just saw
Great
was
show of
epic.
respect here. Cedric Alexander shaking hands with Jay Lethal. And listen to this crowd.
Introducing first, making his way to the ring
wrestling out of Sicily, Italy, the Sicilian psychopath, Tommaso Ciampa.
He hates being called a psychopath. I'd be more insulted to be called Sicilian. But it is one of my favorite styles of pizza.
Making his way into the ring, he weighs in at 207 pounds. Wrestling out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Cedric Alexander.
Well, Chris Shore, the Cedric Alexander Dream Match Series continues here with Tommaso Ciampa.
These are the ones you would do for free, folks. Cedric Alexander versus Tommaso Ciampa. This is going to be a wild match and one that's going to be an absolute joy to call, Steve Carino.
Oh, absolutely.
These two guys, two of the best up-and-coming stars in all of professional wrestling. Tommaso Ciampa coming off what could have been a career-ending knee injury in a match with Jay Lethal, ironically enough. Saw this guy continue to wrestle for another 15 minutes on an absolutely destroyed knee and losing to Jay Lethal. And, of course, Jay Lethal, the man who Cedric Alexander beat last month.
You know, the cliche, the future of wrestling is thrown around so much. But look at these two.
Yes, sir.
Ciampa, Alexander. These two are going to lead professional wrestling into that next generation. These two, as great as they are right now in 2013, are only going to get better, and even on a bigger stage. We're here. We get the pleasure of calling this match. I can't tell you how excited I am. I was excited watching Cedric Alexander versus Jay Lethal at It's All About Me, and I'm even more excited right now at Declaration of Independence 2, calling Tommaso Ciampa and Cedric Alexander.
You got to figure for at least one of these guys, if not both of them, you'll be able to see them in front of a bigger crowd one day and be able to say, I remember when I saw these two guys go at it hot and heavy in Concord, North Carolina.
And it'll be sooner, not later.
That's right.
And that's the great thing here about PWX. A lot of guys on this roster are guys that you're going to look upon and watch on a Monday night or a Thursday night or, well, whenever ROH is played. But, you know, this is a great start to a lot of great careers. You know, guys like Ciampa and Alexander, they're already stars on a more of a national level, as opposed to a Hollis, a Day, a Conley, and those guys are just ready to break out. They're ready to break the glass ceiling, and it all starts here in PWX.
As part of our Dream Match series, Cedric Alexander going after some of the best in the world. Again, an unbelievable match in June at It's All About Me. That is available for purchase at highspots.com in the PWX section. You can also get a link to that from our website, pwxpro.com. Make sure you check out that match. Had the honor of calling that one with you. Hurricane Shane Helms, former WWE superstar as well. Just a breathtaking match. These two, it's going to be a little bit different match. Ciampa, for all his technical savvy, more of a brawler than Jay Lethal is. You would agree?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'd also say that Ciampa still, you know, after the surgery a year ago, you know, we still got to wonder, like, is he at 100%? He looks at 100%. Look at his body, his mind. He's always used a psychological advantage there. Is he going to be more of a ground attack, or is he going to go for a brawl?
Needs to be careful here. Ciampa, a lot of speed, a lot of agility, but if this turns into a run, if this turns into a sprint, oh, you got to believe that Cedric would be the favorite in that situation, but oh, look at here.
Beautiful exchange there. These two, no strangers to each other, even though that they've only ever been in the ring with each other one time. And I spoke with Cedric Alexander during the week, and he said that they had a match once before that he was not happy with, he wasn't proud of, and when he got to Concord, he was going to erase all of that bad memory in one match.
Ciampa, gave him the straight handshake, but from there, it was time to go.
Well, what's the difference between a straight handshake and another handshake?
I mean, just, just gave him a legitimate handshake instead of sucker punching him. Something we would expect, from like maybe you.
I don't like shaking hands.
I know.
Don't like it. It's disgusting. How do I know if you wash your hands? I wash my hands all the time. It's hot here.
Now you gotta ask. I know what you would do. There's no question in my mind I know what you would do, but you got to ask here, is Cedric Alexander, will he go after that leg, you think?
Absolutely. I think he would be smart to.
Oh.
Beautiful drop kick. Had Cedric off his game for a second. And a back chop.
And as Ciampa has to stretch things out, I think when Cedric tripped, he tripped on something that maybe wasn't protected as well as it should have been.
Are you saying he kicked him in the ding-ding?
I think he kicked him in the ding-ding.
Wow, that hurts.
Calendar up and over. Oh! And a drop kick receipt from Cedric Alexander for Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa has to go to the floor to think about it.
And think about it, guys. When you're watching this on DVD or on demand, you want to know that it's over 100 degrees in this building.
Yeah, we're dying.
Slip off each other and everything like that. Now, times it by when you're in the ring, you got 4 sets of lights all over you. You got the energy of the people, the hotness. It's got to be 115, 120 in that ring. Smart move by Tommaso Ciampa to get out of the ring. Think about it. He's on the outside where the lights aren't so bright. Cedric Alexander in the ring. Everybody's breathing heavy. And, I'm watching it.
Now, collar and elbow tie up here. Oh, Ciampa quickly gets into the head. For Ciampa, what's his best move to do here? To keep Cedric Alexander grounded? Would that be how your approach would be?
Oh, absolutely. Keep Cedric grounded. Because this guy, he proved it against Jay Lethal. 18, 20 minutes into the match, he's not getting light on his feet. He's getting, more energy as opposed to less. You want to keep him down, like ride him, stay on his throat and his back and his stomach. Oh!
And of course, it will be interesting to see Ciampa. His move is Project Ciampa. Backbreaker across those knees. And so he sets up the back there. He weakens the back throughout matches. That's his MO.
Oh, and he's a smart wrestler. Look at that. Switch gears. Slide behind.
Cedric quickly up and over. See the agility of him.
Oh! Like I said, intelligent guys here. Both men.
Look out here. Everybody getting out of the way. I don't blame him. Oh! And Ciampa just hammer tosses Cedric Alexander into the second and third row here at El Patron in Concord.
I was planning on doing that to Kevin Steen later. No, I wasn't.
And so what started as a very technical match, respectful if a little bit brutal, has suddenly turned into Tommaso Ciampa sitting in a chair and spanking Cedric Alexander.
You spank that ass, Tommaso. You spank it.
Come on, you prick.
Tommaso Ciampa has Cedric Alexander right where he wants him right here. Look out, more people. Oh.
I would say something about that guy holding Cedric Alexander, but he bought $30 worth of merchandise tonight.
Oh. And now Cedric returning the favor. This match has been neck and neck from the very beginning. Oh,
That hurt.
vicious stomp from Ciampa as he stood on the apron. That'll create some distance. Referee Mitch Blaylock letting them take a little liberty with the rules here. Doesn't want to see this end of the double count out.
Why not?
Oh, what's Ciampa got here? Yeah, it's something like he was drinking somebody's juice box or something.
Let's go. Let's go.
You can get a juice box here?
I don't know, it was something I couldn't see. The monitor wasn't clear either.
You're silly, Chris Shore.
Oh, driving the face down into the knee goes Ciampa. And now this is where you have to watch out for Tommaso Ciampa. Once he gets a guy hurt, you talked about him liking to be called a psychopath. We know psychopaths get their start torturing animals, and he will flat torture his opponents in the ring.
Well, it is. His opponents are the animals, and that's what he likes to do. So maybe he is a little bit of a psychopath. He doesn't like to be called it. You like to be called names?
No, but you do a good job of it.
You do it out of love.
Here, Olsen up and over. Look at the speed here.
Whoa! Inside out.
Great speed, but Ciampa a little bit faster. Oh, 2.5. How often do you get to say that the guy in the ring was a little bit faster than Cedric Alexander?
You don't get to say it much, especially a guy with the bionic knee like Tommaso Ciampa.
And now Ciampa, again, wisely keeping Cedric on the mat, cinching in that hold, cutting the oxygen off.
With a Cobra Clutch type hold.
Not letting him get to his feet. Of course, Cedric, talking about those well-educated feet, kick to kill. He's got that corner drop kick, but the brain buster, his move that put away Jay Lethal in June at It's All About Me. And a great match. He's in a war here.
Very surprised Cedric Alexander hasn't gone after the knee. Oh, and they're teeing off.
But you could see as they hit each other, sweat just flying everywhere. Ciampa just beating down Cedric Alexander.
Mitch might want to count him out.
Whoa. It's some disrespect, yes. Disrespect from Ciampa to Cedric. And he came back, I mean, he left angry, but he came back from that knee injury super angry. I mean, you could tell he was mad that he missed that time. I mean, he's in the prime of his career, and to give up almost a year to have that surgery and the rehab afterwards, it's like he's taking it out on the people in the ring.
And I was in the arena that night. It was in Providence, Rhode Island, when within 3 minutes he had blown out his knee and wrestled for over 15 more minutes. And I'll tell you what, it was a sellout at the monitor. Everybody knew he was hurt. The amount of respect that he has from everybody in not only Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor fans and wrestling fans in general that saw that match, it's unbelievable. This guy has heart and determination. I'm glad to see he's in PWX.
And now he's got Cedric, kicked him over there in the chair. Well, usually you think about chairs as being something you relax in, but Cedric not relaxing in those chairs now as one of our fans has gotten a little mouthy with Ciampa there.
Probably Mitch's buddy, but you can't understand a word he said.
No, it was a young black lady. She seemed a little particularly upset.
Might have been Cedric's mother.
Young.
Might have been Cedric's wife.
It was.
Oh, it was? I can't say.
She's a very nice lady.
Oh, I love her. Gave her a gift tonight. That's a true story. Where's your gift?
It's coming.
This is Christmas.
Speaking of Christmas, I'll tell you about my peppermint wipes.
Yeah, I love it. I'm going to try them out. You should endorse them.
Here we go.
PWXPro.com soon.
Cedric now, look at this. Cedric apparently has had enough of Ciampa punching on him, so he's going to return the favor. Oh, look at the agility of Cedric Alexander.
Right across the chin.
Watch out here, he's going to fly.
Beautiful.
Big leaping clothesline there from Cedric Alexander. He is lit up here.
And that's what I was talking about. Look at him.
Cedric stalking Ciampa now. Ciampa trying to figure out where he is. Oh,
That's
wisely saw that. Look at this. Oh, my God, he knocked him out. How's he standing up?
All right.
How's he standing up? He's not anymore. Look at the fluidity of Cedric Alexander. Is that going to be? Oh, no.
Cedric Alexander gets stronger as the match progresses. Amazing.
A Finley roll. He popped right up into a split-legged moonsault. And the crowd here in Concord chanting about this being awesome. I have to agree with them. That's why we call it the Dream Match sequence, folks. Or the Dream Match series, not sequence. As he's going for that brain buster here. Can he hit it? Oh.
Looked like with the brace, too.
Oh. Scary to say, Ciampa's got that really heavy brace on that left leg from the surgery. There's a lot of metal there. Oh. They might have knocked each other out there. Oh, look up here. Is he going to do an electric chair? What's he got? Oh. Drives it down, floats over here, too. Oh. Cedric tried to roll through, but what's Ciampa got? Into a wheelbarrow, back into a German. 1, 2. It's going to be out. I thought Cedric Alexander might have come up a little bit short there, but still fight left in the kid from the 704. Ciampa's frustrated. Now, what's that like, Steve, to be in the ring and to throw everything you got at a guy, and he just won't stay down for 3?
It's frustrating. It's frustrating, and then the anxiety builds up, and it's harder to breathe, and you're thinking, what do I do to put this guy away? It racks on the brain, sure. One of the hardest things about being a professional wrestler is when, trying to think 3, 4 moves ahead after you're 15 minutes in, 115 degrees, going against a guy the talent of a Cedric Alexander.
Oh, Ciampa was going for that exposed knee, the one that's still good. Look out here, Kryptonite Crunch. He's got him here, too, and no.
But that was it.
He has put many a man away with that Kryptonite Crunch move.
What a great match.
Oh, now calling here possibly for that Project Ciampa. It's a power bomb into a backbreaker across the knees. Is he going to get it here? No, Cedric flips out.
Oh!
I don't know if Cedric recovered there or if it was off of the sweat. Considering how bad for the backbreaker of his own. Has he beat Ciampa? Has he beat him? No!
Unbelievable here.
Cedric Alexander explodes with his own version of a backbreaker, but not enough to put Ciampa down. And now Cedric Alexander may be wondering what it's going to take.
Oh, absolutely. What a great show so far.
It has been an awesome first half here.
PWX has gone from a promotion to an event. Every time, every time that you come here live or watch it on DVD or video on demand, it becomes an event. It's so great to be at.
It has been a joy watching this company evolve, almost as much as watching this match evolve as these two fight on that top rope. Both guys have bad intentions. Cedric might be able to deliver his. Is that frog splash?
Oh!
He's won many matches with that. But
he hurt himself, even knocked the wind out of himself.
This is what we talk about. The temperature here so high.
Know where you're at, cover.
Quick cover, and no. Cedric Alexander took too long getting there, tried to just lay on top of Ciampa and hope his body weight was enough, not able to hook the leg. And Ciampa with enough fight still to kick out.
He's got to get that strength back up. Knocking the wind out of himself. He might have knocked the wind out of Ciampa, but knocked the wind out of himself.
Cedric pulling tape off now. They may have to shoot each other to end this match. Ciampa smiled at him. Look at this.
Ciampa loves the pain.
Cedric not impressed. Neither is Ciampa.
It's 100 in hell in here. They're taking off their wrist tape.
And teeing off on each other. Each guy's got enough oxygen for one move right now. It's so hard to catch your breath. I mean, we're just sitting here, and I'm dying.
Thinking about my match later, I'm you know, it's hard to think like, you know, the sweat, the anxiety, the anger. Oh,
look at this. Look at this. Ready for it. Look out, Ciampa. Wisely. Oh!
He looks out.
Alexander somewhere finds some reserve. Oh, another one. Look out! At the last second, Cedric Alexander digs down, hits that jumping enziguri kick, and both men are down. Referee Mitch Blaylock up to 3. He has started the standing 10 count here. One of these guys has got to stand up or this will end in a draw. I don't want to see that. I want to see a winner here. These guys have fought too hard for it to end in a draw.
Sorry, I was a little speechless there, sure, because this match is unbelievable. People are chanting this is awesome, but it's true. Both of these warriors.
And now standing in opposite corners, Ciampa surges in first. Cedric ready for him. Look at these two. The amount of scouting these two have done on each other tonight. How many moves have we seen move? Oh! But Ciampa smartly there sweeps the legs out. And look out now, he's got that exposed knee. Oh! Runs in, no knee pad there at all. Slams into the side of the face of Cedric Alexander. And now Ciampa, look out here. He seems to be having some sort of psychotic break. He's going to do it again. No! Oh, no, and another time. Referee's got to get in there.
Now look where he's placing it too. Up on the top of the left shoulder where Cedric Alexander usually uses the brain buster. Smart moves.
What is he doing here? Is he going to go for that kryptonite crunch on the top from the top rope? He's got Cedric up on his shoulders.
So dangerous.
This could get bad very quick, but Cedric rolls through. Oh! Almost power bombs him down there. Ciampa stands in the corner, but look out here, Cedric! Oh! The concussion on delivery, COD. Has he got him here? That's his move. Ah! Still not enough.
The leg. But at this point, you become delirious.
And we have got fans in the audience now calling for that brain buster. It's all Cedric's got left. He's hit him with everything else but the kitchen sink and the brain buster.
Harry called for it.
Is this going to be it here? No, again. Ciampa had him scouted. Look out. Oh, look at the power of Cedric. Look at this. These two have each other scouted. So, whoa, brain buster! Brain buster, is that it? 2 and 9 kicked out. Oh my God, he kicked out, but look out, Cedric. Oh, steam.
He just kicked his face
He not kicked him in the face.
You're the winner of this match, Cedric Alexander.
Cedric Alexander with an unbelievable win. The dream match streak continues. First Jay Lethal, and now in an amazing match, Cedric Alexander has defeated Tommaso Ciampa. It took everything he had and a little bit more. The brain buster and a running kick to the face. What a great match. And look at this, Cedric Alexander making that motion. We know what he wants. His friend has that title belt, but you got to believe after 2 great wins over Jay Lethal and Tommaso Ciampa, he's got to be considered in the contending for that PWX championship. But that's another night. Tonight, Cedric Alexander victorious over Tommaso Ciampa in the PWX Dream Series. What a great match.
first, approaching the ring, he weighs in 207 pounds. The Charlotte North Carolina, Cedric Alexander. And his opponent, weighs in the ring, he weighs in 199 pounds. From Cleveland, Ohio, Johnny Gargano.
Here we are, folks. The dream match sequence continues. Happy birthday to Cedric Alexander and the man he faces tonight. Across from him, Johnny Gargano. And joining me on the headset now, please welcome to the broadcast desk a man who knows a lot about Cedric Alexander, Adam Page. Adam, thank you so much for joining me.
God dang, man, you said it right. Look, I know a lot about Cedric. I know a little bit about Johnny Gargano, but I know a lot about Cedric, and I'm really excited to see this one here tonight.
It is Cedric Alexander's birthday tonight, his 24th birthday, and Johnny Gargano's 26th just 2 days ago. And after you see this match, folks, I got a feeling you're going to think it was your birthday tonight. But whoever it is, if you're out there, happy birthday. Thank you for purchasing this DVD. I promise you, you are about to get your money's worth.
Well, Gargano's going home. He didn't finish celebrating.
Yeah, we say the crowd sang happy birthday for Cedric, but he might be a little upset that he's not getting sang for him.
I hope he knows how to count to 10.
Gargano having a little fun here with some of the fans at ringside. Folks, if you haven't seen Johnny Gargano before, you are in for a real treat here. Wrestling out of Cleveland, Ohio. Johnny Gargano, a well-traveled veteran of professional wrestling. He's been all over the world. Champion for Dragon Gate USA. We've seen him in Chikara, seen him all over the place, and this is going to be a heck of a match. Adam, you've been in the ring, I know, with Cedric Alexander. Have you been in there with Johnny Gargano before?
No, I've never been in the ring with Johnny Gargano. It would be awesome. I totally haven't. Look at his kick pads. They're awesome. But no, I have not. But I'll tell you what, this is going to be what we call back home a barn burner.
No doubt. Both of these guys, great tacticians in the ring. Cedric, about 8 to 10 pounds heavier than Johnny Gargano.
8 to 10?
Yeah, about that.
Okay. I'll trust your math.
You see there, Cedric using a little bit of that power, that weight
advantage. Look at that muscle.
Oh, but Gargano, the quicker of the two, I think you would agree. There's not a whole lot of people out there that we say are quicker than Cedric Alexander, but I think Gargano qualifies. A little bit of a stalemate here. What are they going to do? Look at that.
And a truce. I'd love to tell you move for move exactly what's going on here, but I can't keep up with these guys.
This is I'm going to have to earn my money in this match, I think. This one might get out of control quick. At any moment, either one of these guys can explode into a fury of offense. And not to pick fun at him, I don't mean to do that, but Gargano's kind of got to watch out for his face. You know as well as anybody, that concussion on delivery can actually deliver a concussion.
Oh, my God. Look, let me man, look, I was in the corner. I saw some feet, and I saw the floor, and then I was home. I couldn't tell you much more than that. Something else.
We're very happy to have you back. A great win in your match tonight. Good to have you back here in PWX. Oh, and there you see Cedric Alexander, that great drop kick. That's what you've got to watch out for with him, those educated feet. That concussion on delivery, that drop kick in the corner. It's put away a number of guys. And then, of course, the brain buster tends to be the icing on the cake for Cedric Alexander.
Oh! I felt that. I felt that here.
Johnny Gargano, one of the toughest guys I've ever seen. Saw him almost break his back off of a power bomb onto the ring apron at a show. Just put him out of commission for about 3 months. He had to rehab that and come back. So you got to think Cedric's going to be concentrating on that back. Gargano, a little bit of an interesting character. He's kind of strange. You know, nice guy, but just a little bit different. I've had a chance to talk with him before in the past.
How would you say he's strange? What makes him strange?
It's kind of funny. I interviewed him one time, and I had a friend over. Look out here. Oh, like Gargano was going to fly, but Cedric smartly there hits him with that forearm. I was interviewing him. I had a friend nearby taking pictures, and when we got the pictures developed, Gargano was just a blur. He's always moving. He's a kinetic sort of guy that just never seems to stop moving.
Oh!
Did you see him with that slingshot spear there?
And what a move Johnny Gargano has made tonight.
He's just a guy that is just full of energy. He's always moving. He works this frenetic pace. Got an interesting style that he's a combination of English and Japanese style. Calls it, I'm getting the thing here from stats, he calls it lucharizo. It's a combination of British chain wrestling, lucha style, and then purizo, of course, the Japanese strong style. Does a little bit of everything. It's from his influence from traveling all over the world. So you'll see a little bit of everything from Gargano tonight, including a stomp on the hand. Of course, we talked about Cedric Alexander's concussion on delivery and that brain buster. He's got to watch out for Gargano's uniquely you. It's a combination, well, I don't really call it a combination. It's a full Nelson lift into an STO. It's what's won him the Dragon Gate USA Championship in the past and tag team championships around the world with longtime partner Chuck Taylor.
And look at him, he's got a piece of Cedric's head in his mouth.
Gargano playing to the crowd here.
Crowd not liking that one bit.
Cedric is the fan favorite here at the Tremont Music Hall. This is hometown.
And he's the real birthday boy. I mean, look, you know, I've had hard times with Cedric, but I got to give it to him. It's his birthday.
And now we'll see some of this chain wrestling here. Gargano starts to twist the body of Cedric Alexander.
Look, he's stretching him. What has he got, his fingers?
Yeah, oh, and pulling apart on the hand. Now, that's not something that's going to put Cedric away, but how does that work on your psyche? Just having somebody wrenching at your hand there.
Here, look, I'm taking his hand and I'm pulling. See,
okay, that makes sense.
You get the picture?
Yeah, I got it now.
It hurts.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't take you somebody smart to tell you that.
And now look at Gargano wrench back here. He's got Cedric. Oh, I might have him turned over here. Oh, I thought we were going to get out of this match quick.
I don't know how you kick out of something like that.
Cedric somehow able to twist free.
And look at the pain on Cedric's face as he's tied up in the ropes there, fighting for air. And let me tell you what, that happened to me earlier tonight. And that's a tough situation to be in when you can't breathe.
Crowd's behind Cedric here as Gargano pulls him out to the ring apron. And even though Gargano is a technician, he's not above taking some shortcuts. Out here, Cedric. Oh, Gargano just stepped aside. You see the arrogance of this kid.
That's why they call it high risk.
I'm a big fan of Johnny Gargano's, but sometimes that ego gets to be a little too much.
It's getting a little big for his britches. Got Cedric all laid up in the ropes here.
Out here. Oh!
Right in the breadbasket, and Cedric is down.
Now Gargano playing to the fans, and they're starting to turn on him here a little bit. They gave him some cheers at first, but not real happy with him now. It's a quick cover, but only a 2 count.
And look at Cedric. Cedric just says, no, 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 no.
Cedric, a fighter. No question about that. Great wins in this series over Jay Lethal. Great win last month as well. Now Cedric trying to fight back here, but Gargano, again, I talked about that kind of frenetic pace of his. He's always moving, but a DDT from Cedric.
Right on his head.
That'll stop him moving.
But it looks like both men are down. And we've got a count from Mitch.
Of course, I mentioned last month, Cedric with a great win over Tommaso Ciampa. And now Cedric, I think, starting to feel it a little bit.
And look at the intensity on Cedric. If I had one word to describe Cedric, it's intense. And you're seeing it right now.
Teeing off now on Johnny Gargano is Cedric Alexander, but a reversal to the whip. Cedric up and over. Springboard. Hits him with that diving clothesline.
And Cedric is hot.
And Johnny Gargano's got to watch out here. If Cedric starts stringing together offense.
Johnny, don't go to that corner. I'll tell you right now. Don't you go.
Fans chanting, kick the kill. Look at Cedric. He caught him. Rolls through. Look out here. Split-legged moonsault.
Beautiful.
And it covers. He got him here. And no.
God.
A great series of offense there from Cedric Alexander, but still fight left in Johnny Gargano. Adam, you've been in that ring so many times with Cedric Alexander. What's it going to take for Gargano to put him away?
You got to be smart. I tell you what, you're not gonna beat Cedric with your intensity. You're gonna have to outsmart him, and you're gonna have to wait until he gets on one of those flurries and he's all caught up in his emotions, and just sneak one right from behind him. It's the only way you can beat Cedric Alexander.
Elbow to the ear there. Gargano had him scouted, but ducked under. Look out here. Look at this. Oh! Gargano rolls through. Oh! Thought Cedric was going for that Ronda, but a power bomb into a bridge. Oh, no. Gargano with a 2 count. Boy, these guys are just 2 studs in the ring. Full athletes.
2 studs? These studly men. Let me tell you what, the ropes just got to work out there, too.
Yes, they did. I'm going to have to tighten them up before our main event. It's hard to believe, folks, as good as this match has been, we've still got one more after this, our heavyweight championship match. Mr. Elite Drew Myers gets his first shot at the title against champion Caleb Conley. Cedric Alexander will be joining me for that. We don't know if he'll be celebrating his birthday with a win or if he'll have to, Johnny Gargano may have to pick up his teeth after that, but Cedric may be in down spirits if he's not able to put Gargano away.
Now, it looks like from where I'm sitting, Gargano's got a little bit of a bloody mouth.
Oh.
And Cedric teeing away.
Oh! Kick to the back of the head, but another forearm shot. Oh, great back kick. These 2 guys are beating the crap out of each other.
Hell!
Oh, God!
Pin him, Cedric, pin him!
Have you ever in your life seen 2 guys wail on each other more than that?
No, I haven't.
Hey, this is awesome chant from the crowd here in Tremont. I can't say I disagree.
And listen, the fans, they know what they're talking about. They've seen a lot of wrestling from PWX, and I'll tell you, this is really awesome. Get out of that corner. Get out of that corner.
You got to watch out. That concussion on delivery. If Cedric hits it, we've seen it put away guys, plenty of them, including my broadcast partner, as I've said earlier.
Don't remind them.
Look out here. We got a low ceiling here at Tremont. They need to be careful up there on top. Cedric trying to power Gargano out, but Gargano, look at him. Hits him with a headbutt and now driving the elbow down into the back, into the spine.
And a sunset bomb.
Gargano's got him up here. What's he got planned? Can't be good. Oh, he just launches him into the middle turnbuckle like a lawn dart.
One,
cover there. Has he got it? No.
God. And he's got him hooked. He's got him hooked.
Oh, he's got him in a crossface here. He's got the arm wrench back. It's not a traditional crossface like you usually see. The arm is back behind Gargano, but still no question of the pressure on Cedric, who's reaching. Is Cedric Alexander going to tap here?
He's got nowhere to go.
This has been his dream match sequence. He finally makes the ropes.
And let me tell you what, when those fans get behind you when you're in something, it means a lot to you. It pushes you just that extra inch. And let me tell you, that extra inch matters a whole lot when you're reaching for that bottom rope.
See Cedric's fiance over in the corner encouraging him.
And let me tell you what, he needs it right now. Yeah, Cedric's in a bad way.
Gargano, look out here. Oh, went running in. Look out! Oh, he was going for that super kick again, but look out here. Oh! Off the top. That's his backbreaker. This could be it. Has he got him here? Has he got a win? Oh!
And look at the shock on Cedric's face. Let me tell you what, I got that same look on my face because I thought that was it.
Referee misplay lock right there. Was a good count, only two. Johnny Gargano able to slip out.
Now the look of shock on Cedric's face is declined into something a little bit more like disbelief. You know, you got to wonder at this point, what's going on in Cedric's psyche? What's he thinking? If that doesn't put Gargano away, what's he got?
It looks like it may have to be the COD. It may have to be the brain buster. Johnny Gargano with that injured back, taking that great backbreaker from Cedric and still able to kick out. It shows you the toughness from this kid out of Ohio.
Christ, it might be broken again.
Here we go again on the apron. Well, if I'm in the front row, I believe I'm going to get out of the way. These two might knock each other out.
Tell you what, with Cedric in the ring, I might move from back here.
Oh, was that a tooth?
Did he lose a tooth? No, but
was that a tooth?
Cedric might have. Oh! Gargano definitely lost some brain cells at least.
Rolls it back in the ring, but oh. Look out, fans in the front row. Gargano dies!
Ow!
You hear the fans chanting for these two. Johnny Gargano throwing caution to the wind and throwing his body through the ropes.
Chairs are scattered everywhere.
It might take 20 minutes to reset up these chairs the way they threw them around.
You better not make me do it. Gargano inching his way back into the ring.
Gargano trying to get jacked up here. What's he got planned? Oh, he was going.
And look at the string.
It looked like he was going for that swinging DDT. Oh, look out. Oh. Almost I thought it was going to be the brain buster, but instead, this could be it. He hit it. Uniquely you. It's going to be a birthday present for Gargano. Kicked out. Cedric Alexander kicked out.
But he's got him hooked again.
And he's got him back in that crossface in the middle of the ring. There is nowhere for Cedric to go. He's going to have to tap out. Cedric Alexander kicked out of Uniquely You, but Gargano quickly floated over into that crossface.
And Cedric's looking and praying for the ropes.
Somehow he got his foot over to the ropes. Unbelievable. And Gargano was frustrated beyond belief. I cannot believe Cedric Alexander kicked out of Uniquely You and somehow still held on for that crossface. I almost tapped out from here. And now this crowd getting behind Cedric, and Gargano seems to be feeding off of the chants.
Now look, Gargano's getting a little frustrated, and this is where he's going to lose himself.
He's going to go for it again here. If he hits it a second time, I don't think he can get out, but Cedric smartly back into that corner. Look out, Gargano's right behind him. Oh, knee lift, look out!
Telling you, Gargano, stay away from that
corner.
Look out, COD! And that's why!
COD! Has he got him? Can he hit the brain buster? No! Gargano gets in the small package. 2 and
no!
Oh, look out here. Looks like he was going for that crossface again. Oh! Cedric kicked him. Can he get him?
Brainbuster!
Can he? Brainbuster! Is it enough?
That's it.
Is it a happy birthday?
2, 3,
Gargano!
You must be kidding me.
Could not get the body over for the lateral press. Gargano able to get the shoulder up at the last second. Fans, I told you, it's not your birthday, but I understand if you think it is. Can he hit the second one? No, Gargano again with a knee to the head. Another knee to the head.
Holy hell.
Brainbuster! Is it enough? Is it enough? It is!
Here in the contest, Cedric Alexander.
Cedric Alexander puts Johnny Gargano away with a second brainbuster, powering out through the knees to the head after getting caught in that Gargano escape is what he calls that crossface. What an unbelievable match, Adam.
Let me tell you, look, I've seen a lot from Cedric, and I've seen something I hadn't seen out of him before tonight. A lot of fight from Cedric, a lot of intensity, and it's his birthday.
And there again, just like last month with Tommaso Ciampa, we see Cedric making that sign. He's looking for a belt, and a win over Johnny Gargano certainly puts him in contention. A great match here. Are we going to see respect? A thank you both chant from this crowd. I have to join in with them.
Look, my hat's off. Look, I'm taking my hat. My hat is off.
Gargano not interested in shaking hands.
What a douchebag. Shake his hand.
Shake his hand, Johnny.
I'm telling you, the last thing you want to do is not shake Cedric Alexander's hand right now.
Great sportsmanship from Johnny Gargano. What a great match, folks. Happy birthday, Cedric Alexander. Undefeated in the Dream Match Series. There he is, folks, your winner tonight, Cedric Alexander.
And I got to tell you, this is the match I've been waiting for. This is the match that really fans are not going to believe what they see. As Rich Swann takes on Cedric Alexander, and really this could be a main event match, any promotion, anywhere around the world.
Introducing first, making his way to the ring. He weighs in tonight at 175 pounds. Wrestling out of Baltimore, Maryland, Rich Swann.
Rich Swann out of Baltimore, Maryland. Will he be the first man to put away Cedric Alexander in the Dream Match Series? He has beat a roster of rosters, Bruce. Tommaso Ciampa, Jay Lethal, the list goes on and on and on. And Rich Swann, Johnny Gargano, I can't even remember them all. There's so many. Rich Swann, the high flyer, gets his chance tonight.
And this could be Cedric Alexander's toughest test today. Rich Swann, of course, among the groups wrestling in Dragon Gate USA. Rich Swann from Baltimore. Actually, I had a chance to talk with him beforehand. See that green? He's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. So he's going to try and pull off the upset like the Eagles try to do this season. But Cedric Alexander, like you said, so far extremely successful in this Dream Match Series. Will he be able to add another notch?
Listen to this crowd as Cedric steps through the curtain.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring. He weighs in tonight at 207 pounds. Wrestling out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Kick to Kill Cedric Alexander.
Bruce Snyder, I saw Cedric Alexander for the first time 3.5 years ago. I walked out of the arena that night and I looked at my friend and I said, we just met a star.
I saw him for the first time a month ago, and I had to watch that match 3 more times. It was simply incredible. But I'll tell you what, Rich Swann is going to give Cedric Alexander all he can handle, and a lot of times, be it wrestling or football or basketball, you're as good as your opponent. And right now, each opponent might push each other to the top.
Rich Swann is not without his fans here at the Tremont Music Hall. But I think this is a pro-Cedric crowd. The young man from right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Swann having some fun with the fans here.
And Alexander enjoying it. Big smile on his face. Swann doing some showboating.
We are underway here, folks. Dream Match Series tonight. Cedric Alexander's opponent, the first real high flyer he has faced to date. Everybody he's gone on with can come off the top rope, but nobody like Mr. Standing 450 himself, Rich Swann.
Once again, Cedric Alexander in the purple against Rich Swann in the green.
So is this like Eagles versus Panthers? I mean, the Panthers aren't purple, I guess. They've got that blue.
Well, it's Eagles against the Ravens, and that's the irony, is Rich Swann is from Baltimore, but it's Cedric Alexander in the purple.
Sportsmanship!
Oh. Swann having some fun here. Now this is, Swann likes to come out and act kind of weird. If you've been watching PWX television, you've seen Swann come out and act weird several times. But it does work to his psychological advantage. He gets guys thinking about what's going on outside the ring and can take advantage of that with a quick strike.
And that's part of the reason Swann has been so successful. Swann wrestling all over the world. He's wrestled in Japan. He's wrestled in Florida. He, of course, very successful here in the Carolinas. He's wrestled up in Canada.
Oh, we're going to get the handshake. Oh, we got the high five.
And Cedric Alexander says, okay, fine. If that's what Swann wants, that's what I'll give him. Alexander and Swann. And I'll tell you what, the crowd very much into it. They haven't even locked up yet.
Tebow Calhoun over there making some noise.
Here we go.
Pork Chop Cash. I don't know why I call him Tebow. Pork Chop Cash.
Pork Chop Cash.
Yeah, Pork Chop Cash is the guy over there with the hat on. Just stay away from him. You'll be fine.
I'll write it down. I'll try and remember it. Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann. And Rich Swann says he's going to carve him up.
Can of corn, Rich. Can of corn. Little corny.
And the fans seem to enjoy what Swann is dishing.
A little Razor Ramon for everyone here.
I got nothing for that.
All right, these guys are having a lot of fun right now. We're about to have even more fun watching this happen.
Here they go, tying up.
We got a clean Baker minute to go from Cedric. Will we get one from Rich Swann?
Yes,
we will.
do. So we start off very gentlemanlike, very sportsmanlike.
That has been the beauty of this series. All these guys have come in and taken it seriously. No one has come in and looked for shortcuts. Cedric Alexander out to prove that he is the best in the independent scene right now. He's been notching his belt left and right.
Well, let me ask you, because you probably know the independent scene as well as anybody. Where would you rate Cedric Alexander among some of the other fine competitors out there?
Oh, he's probably top 10. Easy top 10 wrestler on the independent scene right now. If I was starting my own promotion. It could cull from the herd anywhere in the independent scene. You got to believe Cedric's in my first 10 hires at this point. And you know, some people go, oh, but don't, I mean, you know, wouldn't you say that he's #1? No, we're going to be honest about this. There are guys out there that Cedric has yet to match up with, but when you look at the names he's beaten over the past few months, Jay Lethal, Cedric Alexander, Tommaso Ciampa, and Rich Swann here tonight, if he's able to put him away, he climbs that ladder a little bit more every day, and it's just a matter of time before Cedric Alexander is the #1 talent on the indie scene.
What would you say his strong points are? You know, for our fans maybe who are seeing Cedric Alexander for the first time.
Well, you know, you got to start with Cedric's speed and power. I mean, he's really kind of an enigma. He goes in there, he flies around the ring, but he also has explosive power, especially in those legs. They don't call him kick to kill for nothing. And that corner drop kick, the concussion on delivery, COD. Again, I sat here, Bruce, and watched him break Adam Page's nose with it. He kicked Adam Page straight over the top rope with it. There is no doubt if Cedric starts swinging feet at you, you are in trouble. But it just, really, if anything, it's his heart, his determination. He's just turned 22 years old, an amazing talent, nothing but upside on this kid.
Rich Swann showing some acrobatics there, and Alexander countering him, riding on top, and now has him down in a underhook.
Well, and Rich Swann is at the top 10 list as well. I mean, there's no question about it at all. Rich Swann.
Well, which is why this is the Dream Match Series like we were talking about.
Of course. It's, you know, I mean, both of these guys, just incredible talent. Rich Swann, you mentioned wrestling all over the world. You go to Japan, you learn how to take a beating. And that's going to pay out well for him in this match because Cedric Alexander will put down a beating on Rich Swann before he beats him, if he's able to. Again, it's no guarantee. I guess I'm used to seeing Cedric win, and in my mind I make certain assumptions, but Rich Swann is not somebody you're just going to walk past and ignore.
No, not at all. And Swann maybe, because he's a little smaller, deceptively strong, deceptively quick, as he's just demonstrating right now, and that could be to his advantage. He is so quick that you know, Alexander used to wrestling some of these bigger guys who aren't going to be as quick. Alexander maybe has to change his strategy or his philosophy for Swann. And Swann flipping over, and Swann with the high drop kick.
Well, in some of the bigger promotions, you will see athletes that come in that are not great wrestlers. That is not who Rich Swann is. He is the total package. He is a great athlete and a great wrestler.
And it looks like he has Alexander dazed just slightly. Swann showing his speed and his agility.
Well, this is the fastest guy that Cedric has had to face in this Dream Match Series. He's probably the most explosive and non-traditional sort of guy, too. Just very unique in his approach to matches and the way he does things.
And let's talk about that for a second. When you've got speed, what you can do, if you can keep your opponent matching your speed, you can wear your opponent out. Rich Swann obviously has a lot of endurance, and I'm not saying Cedric Alexander doesn't. But Alexander might not be used to facing an opponent quite this quick, and we'll see if Swann can take advantage of it. Of course, having said that, Alexander probably has the advantage in power, so we're looking at maybe power versus speed, although Swann obviously has power to go with the speed, and Alexander has speed to go with the power. But it'll be very interesting to see how it all matches up.
No, I mean, if you've got to pigeonhole these guys one way or the other, Swann is the faster of the two, no question about it, and an amazing athlete. But who did we see Cedric Alexander beat in our last Dream Match Series? It was Johnny Gargano, good friends with Rich Swann. They've been in a faction together in Dragon Gate USA. He knows him very well. So, you know, Cedric has probably seen a lot of film of Swann, but Swann has probably had a chance to talk to Gargano and ask Gargano where he made his mistakes and can learn directly from a guy who was just in that ring with Cedric Alexander.
I'm sure absolutely that happened, and we see Swann taking advantage and maybe using some of that information you were talking about with kicks to the head, and now has got Alexander controlling by his head in a snap mirror. And again, Swann putting Alexander exactly where he wants him, stalling a little bit.
Now, here is where Swann is completely at home. He can do just about anything from up there. Oh.
And here's where Alexander stays one step ahead of him. And Swann really telegraphed that leap.
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew that was going to happen. And Alexander made Swann pay the price.
Swann taking just a little bit too long to get Cedric set up, to get over into that corner.
Swann might have tweaked the knee just a little bit. Did you notice how he was flexing out his leg, almost like he was trying to get the blood flowing again? Something to keep an eye on. We'll see if Swann's left leg gives him any kind of trouble or if it was just a little stinger. Off the ropes now.
Oh! Cedric gets him up and over there. Look out! Drives the knee down.
And that's how you slow down a fast man. You take the wind out of him.
Over there. And now this is interesting. We talked earlier about taking the legs out from a big man. In a lot of ways, Cedric needs to take the legs out from Rich Swann here, not because Swann is the bigger man, but because that is where Swann is his most dangerous. And you get Swann on the ground, he's not going to grapple you to death, Bruce. He's going to beat you by jumping around.
And it's interesting you should say that. I kind of got the impression that Alexander was thinking the exact same thing because he started going for the legs, started going for the midsection to try and take the wind away from him as well as taking, as we like to say, his wheels away from him. We'll see if that strategy pays off. But right now, Alexander definitely in the controlling position, but as I say that, Swann able to counter with a shot to the midsection. Gets out, oh, and a shot to the face.
Stiff shot there from Swann.
And that stings. And that came out of left field, oh!
How high in the air was Rich Swann?
And that was with Cedric Alexander just a little bit woozy, and you could see he's still feeling his face. I think he got pegged, but still maybe on instinct he was able to send Swann flying, and Alexander getting the 2 count.
Stats over here telling me that Swann almost clipped the ceiling. I believe it. Good God, he was in the air a million miles.
A 2 count, kicking out. Swann, look at Swann again, adjusting that knee brace and that leg. Let's keep an eye on that and see if maybe that can be some sort of hindrance. But right now, Alexander having Swann in the predicament, Alexander behind Swann, and the fans really, really seem to be enjoying this.
Well, this is what they paid to see,
The
Bruce.
Dream Match Series.
The Dream Match Series, it has yet to fail to delight, or excuse me, yet to fail to deliver. Yeah, thank you.
And we're hearing some fans yelling for Swann. I think the fans a little bit divided here, and Swann now starting to use his fists.
I don't know if trading shots with Cedric Alexander is the way to go there. He went for the legs. That was good. Look out what Cedric got planned here. Oh, what a gut buster.
And Alexander saying, nope, that's not enough.
Oh,
and now does the same thing except on his back.
Gut buster backbreaker combo. So, my God, how was Rich Swann not broken in half?
How was Swann able to get out of that? And now here's what I question. Alexander wasting time with the ref rather than going right after Swann. Swann getting some precious time to try and recover. Alexander now finally on his opponent.
Imagine somebody with a baseball bat the size of Cedric Alexander's thigh, like a cricket bat, slapping you in the stomach and then hitting you across the kidneys right afterwards.
Come on, Cedric.
Oh. Just a sickening thud where we talked about earlier, what, 15 feet away from the ring, something like that, and you can hear this thing those chops just ring out. Listen.
And as this match gets deeper, the pace is slowed down somewhat.
Oh, look out here. Could this be the COD? Oh, Swann quickly stepped aside.
Swann doing his homework, like you said. He saw that coming. And Swann with a kick to the side of the head, and Alexander's rocked.
Oh, did you see that jumping Rana?
What'd you call it again?
A jumping Hurricane Rana.
I call it a painful move, and now the fans cheering for Swann, saying Swann, Swann, and Alexander.
Uh-oh, look out here. Those wings aren't on his tights just for effects, folks. They accurately describe who Rich Swann is. He's got no problem flying here. Our fans have gotten out of the way, but look out, Cedric!
And the two trying to counter each other. And Alexander and Swann gets the worst of that, and Alexander now.
Ooh.
And that is 2 9/10. I thought we had a winner. I thought Swann had the upset victory.
That's as close as I have seen Cedric Alexander in one of these dream matches since we started.
Goodness gracious. And Swann rallying the crowd, and the crowd responding in kind, and Alexander trying to catch a breath, trying to get his bearings back. And Swann again sort of fiddling with his leg a little bit. But I'll tell you what, Swann's still able to fly high. And here comes Swann, and Alexander ducks out of the way. And here comes Alexander, and Swann counters. Basically going into the turnbuckle is not the best move.
Look out here, oh! A crazy kick. Cedric Alexander flying off of the top rope, comes around 2.5.
And once again, the fans applauding. Wow, what a match. Rich Swann in the green, Cedric Alexander wearing the purple. Both men beaten, battered, and sucking wind, trying to get a breath, trying to dig down for that 4th, 5th, and 6th breath in reserve, trying to get to their reserves, trying to summon some sort of strength.
Oh, and they're throwing bombs at each other right now.
And now Alexander asking for it, and Swann gave it to him. And Swann, whoa, my goodness.
Mighty.
That's enough to scramble your eggs.
Yeah.
And now the two men are just trading blows. And Alexander rocked. That punch didn't have quite as much.
Alexander back to forearm shots there. Swann had it coming. Oh, wow!
And that kick to the face, that could be it. Alexander could be out on his feet right now.
And now Swann, what kind of craziness has he got playing here? Oh!
And I think Swann made a huge error by not going for the pin immediately when he had Alexander rocked.
He wanted to add something to that, I could understand, but instead of taking the time to hype it up, he should have just gone for it.
But Chris Short, don't you think sometimes you can overthink a situation, and maybe Swann did that?
Yeah, absolutely. Swann trying to get fired up there. Should have just gone for whatever move he wanted to. And back to the well one too many times, but Cedric explodes out of the super kick into that diving forearm. And now both men are down.
And the referee counting both of them. And we're at the 2 count.
The referee makes it to 10, and we will have a draw in the Dream Match Series. Boy, I as much as I would love to see a finish to this, I would take it if it means we could see it again, Bruce.
Let's see what happens. Both men struggling to get to their feet. And they get to their feet, breaking the referee's count. All right, Alexander now trying to get Swann off the ropes, and instead says, here's something for your troubles. Forearm to the side of the jaw. Swann using the ropes to increase his leverage, and once again a shot to the side of the face. Alexander just so big and raw.
Look at the strength of Swann and the intelligence to sink down to use his body weight, but in the process exposing the side of his head to another one of those forearm shots from Cedric. Can he finally get him over this time? Look out here. Oh!
Amazing.
Pops out.
Absolutely amazing. Swann catching Alexander completely by surprise.
Injection! No!
Again, and Swann cannot believe it. Swann thought for sure he had the victory, and frankly, Chris, so did I.
Well, Swann should have known that when Jay Lethal did that same move, Cedric Alexander able to kick out of it as well. Swann thought he had done enough damage up to that point. I can understand trying.
And this is what makes Cedric Alexander, like you were talking about, so tough in these Dream Match Series. As you said, opponent after opponent after opponent.
Wait. Now he starts here. He starts jumping up for that 450. Oh, but Cedric got the knees up, rolls him over. He's got him stacked. Is that no? That standing 450 splash. Rich Swann was going for it, and Alexander got the knees up. Oh, that exploding backbreaker of his. That should be it. Say goodnight. Now Rich Swann kicked out.
And now Cedric Alexander cannot believe it. Cedric Alexander saying, what do I have to do to get the win? And Rich Swann, as you said, able to somehow dig down deep and kick out. The fans are going crazy. They cannot believe this great match that they are watching in the Dream Match Series.
You said you couldn't believe that Cedric Alexander kicked out. I can't believe Rich Swann kicked out. There's so much energy in this building right now here at Tremont. What's it going to take for one of these guys to put the other away?
Rich Swann trying to pull himself up. He might be near the end of his rope. Can Cedric Alexander take advantage? Puts the arm up there.
Looking for that brain buster. That's his move. Can he get him up? Oh, but a knee to the head. Swann trying to get his body down. He got him up. Oh!
And Swann counters. And now Alexander countering Swann. And once again, another counter.
Uh-oh. Did he get him up there? No. Oh. Oh.
And somehow.
Oh, look at this. Look at Rich Swann. He's almost. Oh, God, I thought Rich Swann was going to beat him there.
Let's give Swann credit because the move he originally planned did not happen, and somehow he was able to adjust in midair and almost turn it into a pinning combination.
Boy, that was a scary situation, and somehow Rich Swann came out on top of that, on top of Cedric Alexander, and almost pinned him.
Chris, I want you to talk about something else. As intense as this match has been.
Now here he's going for that again, but look at this. Look at the catch. Oh! Bounced him up into like a Pele kick, and now brain buster!
There's the brain buster like we were talking about. And Alexander able to get the win. And I was going to ask you about the sweat on their bodies, but obviously...
Alexander.
And Alexander able to maneuver Swann and get the brain buster. And honestly, you have to give major props to Swann for turning this into an incredible match. But in the end, Cedric Alexander able to use both his speed and his power to get the victory.
Undefeated in the Dream Series, the Dream Match Series is Cedric Alexander, making a name for himself up and down the Southeast and all across the nation. And once again, Bruce, he made one step higher up that ladder of the top 10.
Cedric Alexander able to show all these fans why he is the champ of the Dream Match Series, beating Rich Swann. We appreciate you joining us for PWX Championship Wrestling. For Chris Shore, I'm Bruce Snyder. We'll see you again next time. But of course, for those of you still on DVD, we're getting ready for our intermission. So we'll be back in just a bit.
You gonna hug this side? Don't do it! There you go!
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is set for one fall and is part of the PWX Dream Matchup Series.
All right.
I'm breathless. I'm breathless.
Here.
I'll do breath stakes.
I got plenty of battery.
Putting all that aside,
This is what we've been waiting for. We are in our main event.
the main event of main events, folks.
Chris Hero and Cedric Alexander.
That young man right there, say what you want about him. He has been on a tear as of late. He has left a litany of bodies behind him. Tommaso, Ciampa, Jay Lethal, Rich Swann, Johnny Gargano. But tonight, the toughest challenge of his career, hands down.
And of course, we're talking about the person that Curtis Alexander will be facing.
You're so excited you're saying his name wrong. Cedric Alexander. I understand. You get all worked up. It's an exciting match. Chris Hero versus Cedric Alexander. I mean, I might be saying anything by the end of the night.
I'm going to have to smack you.
I'm just saying.
Don't be saying. As we're waiting for Chris Hero to come on out, Tell me a little bit about him. I know he's had a lot of experience at the national level.
Well, fresh out of NXT, the WWE developmental system is Chris Hero, where he spent roughly the past 18 months. Even prior to that point, one of the studs, one of the just top of the tops on the independent scene. And after all that time at WWE developmental, you have to believe he has been honed to a fine edge. If Cedric Alexander is going to continue his win streak in this Dream Match Series tonight, there is absolutely no question he is going to have to earn it big time.
Who do you think?
Chris Hero is here to work.
Who do you think the odds makers favor in this one? You think they go with Alexander or Hero?
You know what? It's a pick'em. I mean, I think if you give a nod to anybody, you got to give a nod to Hero. He has the experience level. He has the upper level training in his corner. He's trained a number of wrestlers. He's been around for a long time. Cedric Alexander has an unbelievable win streak going on right now, but I think even he knows, looking across at that man, that he has got his hands full tonight.
And the fans very, very excited to see their hero back.
I'm so excited, Bruce.
This is going to be a great match. This is going to be an awesome main event.
Send it up to Corky Franks.
Once again, Hickory, North Carolina. This contest is set for one fall and is part of the PWX Dream Matchup Series. Introducing first, to my right, he weighs in at 225 pounds. From Metropolis, Chris Hero.
Cedric Alexander will have to watch out for that roaring elbow tonight.
And his opponent, to my left, he weighs in at 207 pounds. Wrestling out of Charlotte, North Carolina, kick to kill, Cedric Alexander.
And by contrast, Chris Hero will have to watch out for the COD, concussion on delivery. It's elbows versus feet tonight. Cedric Alexander versus Chris Hero. Folks, this is what you came here to see. Hero's going to the floor now.
Hero talking with
that
is Cedric's mom. Hero maybe doing a little bit of.
She might be the scariest person in the building.
Oh, stop it
I'm
now.
being serious. I'm terrified of Cedric's mother.
Do you want me to tell Cedric you said that?
Cedric's terrified of his mother. I'm just saying.
You better be careful. You better be careful.
It's a welcome back chance for Chris Hero.
Hero playing some mind games before the match has even started.
You got to think, did he learn that down in Florida? Did his time in Tampa teach him
Well,
that?
it'll be interesting to see if it's effective or not. It doesn't seem to be bothering his opponent very much. Alexander seems to be taking it in stride. He seems to almost be smiling at it like, nice try, but no, it's not going to work.
I want to wish you good luck.
Hero wants to shake hands.
Because your ass is going to need it.
Oh, but a little disrespect there. Here we go, folks. I would have paid for admission even if I didn't get into free just to see this match.
It would be the first time you paid for admission, what, ever?
No, since I was 15. Don't be mad you're new. You're going to learn something in this match for sure. You're going to learn how great Chris Hero and Cedric Alexander really are.
I think we're all going to learn something. Hero in the green trunks, Alexander wearing the red and yellow. Back on their feet, the fans applauding.
Chris Hero with a height advantage here, maybe 3 or 4 inches taller than Cedric Alexander. Alexander with the weight advantage. Both guys incredibly fast. I think I would give the nod in speed and agility to Cedric. I think I would give the nod in power to Chris Hero, even though Cedric a little bit heavier. Hero, those long arms and legs allows him to whip his body around and get a lot of momentum going forward.
And there's your scouting report. Thank you. All right, Hero on top right now. Has that arm barred.
Yeah.
Wrenching back is Hero. Now he needs, you know, when you start off in matches like this, we see guys do this all the time. They work with the arm bar, maybe go to the camera lock, and do things like this. And you're not going to beat a guy like this, but it makes them uncomfortable, and it gets them thinking about that arm, just having a little bit of pain in it. And if he's going to be effective, he's going to have to take out the legs of Cedric Alexander.
You know, good point. Another thing it could do is there's probably a little bit of nerves and jitters because both men know that this is a big match. And so by working on the arm, it's a way to sort of get into it. It's almost like throwing that first pass in football. Get you into the flow of the game, so to speak.
Hero went for the first big move there. Basically an interception.
A little slow today, isn't it?
Well, better than a tap.
Hero to the floor. We'll probably see a lot of this out of Chris Hero tonight. Chris Hero, a thinking wrestler. Guy likes to plan out his moves. We talked about maybe playing a little head games with Cedric Alexander.
You wonder also, having spent some time national with WWE Developmental, if that gives him any sort of psychological advantage. Perhaps because he's seen different kind of opponents, different areas, and maybe it's helped him experience-wise.
Well, even before going to WWE Development, Chris Hero, a well-traveled wrestler, wrestled all over the world, in Europe, in Japan, Mexico. He's, and quite frankly, might be the best cardio machine in the business today. I mean, this guy can go and go and go and go forever. And for Cedric to beat him tonight, he's not going to beat him on agility. I mean, excuse me, on endurance. As much endurance as Cedric Alexander has, Chris Hero probably has him beat by 10%.
Which means that this match could go on for quite a while.
Could.
Okay, I'll be good sport.
It could. Cedric, not no slouch in the cardio department either. I mean, these guys, I have seen both of these guys wrestle for a long, long time in various matches. You know, we could be looking at 25, 30, 35, 40.
I'm
Man, they
thinking
might
45
go
minutes
go
or an hour.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, both of these guys have the ability. And again, Hero back to that arm. Just trying to feel out Cedric, trying to see what the young man's got. I'm sure he's had his eye on Cedric Alexander. He knew who he was before he went to WWE Developmental. Cedric, the blue chipper of blue chippers here in PWX.
And Alexander has really been on something of a roll himself.
Yeah, that Dream Series match he's had, just been unbelievable. Like I said, you look at the people he's beaten as he powers Chris Hero over.
Maybe catching Hero by surprise just a little bit.
And that's the thing here, is that the agility of both of these guys is something that we talked about. This match going an hour. It might go 5 minutes. You know, they might be done in another 30 seconds because one guy just catches the other just right.
Well, these two definitely have that ability, and that's what's going to make this match so intriguing. I think you bring up a really, really good point, Chris. I think this is a situation where both guys have to be careful of, boom, all of a sudden it being over. I guess that's true in many matches, but this one especially.
You know, and neither one of these guys hit their signature moves. That roaring elbow by Chris Hero, that concussion on delivery, Cedric Alexander, and that's going to be it. I mean, it's good nighttime.
And now the two of them, maybe a little bit of psychological warfare there. They're talking more than doing anything else.
Hit me like a man.
Oh, Hero told Cedric to hit him like a man,
so here comes Cedric.
I'm gonna give you one more shot. Show me what you got. See if you can knock
Hero saying, one more shot to show me what you've got. Alexander says, fine, here we go. Leapfrog off the ropes.
Oh, and a big knee lift there. Chris Hero drops him down and goes back to that arm. Look out, he's got him hooked up here in the ropes. Alexander able to escape, but now Alexander back in the corner, calls in a break.
And
I think this is the first time I've seen Cedric Alexander retreat from someone.
Well, I don't know if it's retreating or just sort of taking a second wind, sort of giving everyone a chance to reset almost.
Call it what you want. It's the first time I've seen Cedric Alexander do this in this entire Dream Match series.
And Hero, obviously, has got Alexander a little befuddled. I mean, he was kind of mentally toying with him as far as telling him to hit him as hard as he could. And listen to the fans. So both wrestlers have fans here. most matches, there's usually one wrestler who's a favorite, but here the fans are split right down the middle, and that's great. That's part of what PWX wrestling is all about. You, the fans, choose the wrestler that you like.
Look out here. Oh, what a great drop kick from Cedric. Oh, the Hero, look at it. Wisely goes down and then rolls out to the floor. Look out.
Cedric able to catch himself. Alexander.
And Chris Hero retreating from Cedric Alexander a little bit.
Well, like you said, Hero's going to spend a lot of time out on the floor. And he's a little upset, perhaps, throwing the furniture.
That's what I'm coming back into?
Did that surprise you?
No. Chris Hero, again, a guy who tends to wear his emotions on his sleeve. He's a thinking man's wrestler, but he will let his emotions come out.
And he's spending some of that energy jawing with the fans rather than getting back in the ring. And Alexander wanting to shake hands.
Oh,
and Hero says, you want to shake something, shake this. That's known as the agony of the foot.
That's right. Chris Hero gets it.
And that's the agony of defeat.
One thing he's learned over his many years in professional wrestling is that, as I've been trying to tell you, it's all about the win. Respect can come later. This is about wins and losses.
It's also about chops and then a shot right to the face.
Right in the mouth of Cedric.
But Alexander says, I can play that game.
These two are teeing off on each other.
Not only that, they're trying to match each other hold for hold. If one does one thing, the other does the exact same thing. Let's see if we see a chop. There you go. They're almost trying.
Is that all you got?
Uh-oh,
now let's see
watch Cedric.
Let's see what Alexander does. Does he do the same thing? No, he comes in with an elbow. He comes in with a forearm. He comes in with a series of blows. Hero able to reverse it.
Up and over, another great drop kick from Cedric. The explosiveness. Look out here. Can we see that kick in the corner? No. And Cedric crashing hard to the floor. Oh my God. Cedric Alexander's dead.
I don't know if he's dead, but he's obviously hurting a little bit, but the referee not counting. And so Alexander able to take advantage of that. The referee not counting.
And now
there
Hero
we go, there we go.
To talk to Jaw and his mother again. I'm telling you, Chris Hero better be careful. She might kill him.
You got it, Hero.
She don't like anybody messing with her baby boy.
And there's a good shot of Alexander. Alexander trying to get his wits about him. And the count is on.
Yeah, see, now the referee has to stop the count. Chris Hero made his way to the floor.
And again, that's what you're talking about, the emotions sometimes getting the best of Chris Hero, forcing the referee to stop his count. And Hero shaking his fist. That shot might have hurt him. He might have actually hyperextended something.
Come on, young.
Or just maybe jammed his fist.
Yeah, mashed his hand into Cedric's face. And now just toying with Cedric a little bit. The damage done. Cedric Alexander going for that concussion on delivery. Went for the home run. And Mighty Casey struck out instead.
Well, we don't know that he struck out. But I do have to...
Did you see him fly over the top rope? Quick cover here. Of course he struck out.
A strikeout means you're out of the game. Right now, Alexander maybe has 2 strikes down. And just another shot.
Kick from Chris Hero.
The pace a little slower than I expected. I thought it would be a little faster pace.
Hero, a methodical wrestler. This fits his pace perfectly. The faster it gets, the more it's going to benefit Cedric Alexander.
And I think that's an excellent point. Hero wanting to keep it a little slow. Alexander able to power out. But Hero's shots have taken their toll. And Hero, you saw.
And now toying with Alexander a little bit.
Anticipating Alexander's move.
Again, the experience level of Chris Hero cannot be compensated for.
And so what's going to be interesting now is to see if, I was going to say, to see if Alexander gets frustrated.
Alexander just trying to find his feet right now. I'm not sure he knows where he is. He got a lucky punch in. for his troubles.
But will Alexander get frustrated? That's assuming will he remain in the match.
Cedric has had some troubles. It's not been all ease for him in this series that he's been in, this dream match series. But this is the most trouble I have seen him in to date. Chris Hero, fresh off of his stint and developmental in Florida, is giving Cedric Alexander more than anybody else has.
Is he all right?
And Hero, even though there's not a lot going on here, he's actually exerting the pressure on Alexander. So Hero able to get maybe a quick breath while Alexander being worn down further by a move that looks relatively tame and yet is doing the damage.
Well, after crashing to the floor like Alexander did, just about anything, you put him in a pinky lock, and it's going to be excruciating. I'm sure Alexander's entire body, every muscle, every bone, every joint is just aching from flying over that top rope, crashing to the concrete.
And Hero once again hard. And this dream series that Alexander's been so successful, and you wonder if the dream is going to turn into a nightmare.
One of the best strikers in the business is Chris Hero, but maybe making a mistake here, going after Cedric's mother again.
And you wonder how a man with so much experience could be doing, again, something that seems like kind of a rookie mistake. Why not follow up on your advantage? Why not try and end the match?
I think Chris Hero's well aware of what Cedric's done over the past few months. I don't think, like I said, he's a student of the game. I promise you he's done his research. He knows what all Cedric has accomplished. And he doesn't want to just beat the guy. He wants to beat him thoroughly. But maybe he made a mistake there, took too long.
Oh, but maybe not. Because, as you said, Alexander taking Hero to the floor, and Alexander now, oh, and Hero jumps right back in. And now here comes Hero. Oh, and the two of them,
both guys, again,
trying to one-up each other. But this time, Hero.
Oh, and look, Cedric was smarter than two there. Hits the big diving clothesline. But I think he's still out of it a little bit. Back in that corner. Wait, could we see that concussion on delivery? He's going for it again. No, smartly that time. Enziguri.
Holy smokes.
And now Alexander has him up. Finley roll into the corner. Split leg moonsault. Cover. Has he put Chris Hero away? No.
But once again, Alexander finding his second wind. And then Enziguri, you got to wonder if Antonio Inoki would be proud of that. That was a beautiful kick to the back of the head.
Cedric cutting the throat. Could he be looking for that brain buster here? Oh, I think Hero had it scouted. Yes, he did. Hero well aware. Again, a student of the game, does his homework, and as soon as he felt Cedric with that hook, knew what was going and went straight to the ropes. Hero dropping down, grabbing the rope. Again, look at the experience
Hero
level.
using the ropes as leverage, and the referee allowing it. Alexander trying to...
Nothing illegal about grabbing the rope to stop your opponent from whipping you. Oh, he went for that elbow.
Once again, these two trying to keep one step ahead of each other.
Did you see Hero right there driving the elbow in as Cedric picked him up, spins him over with a neck breaker as he defeated him? No.
That was a very, very close count. And Alexander once again trying to get his wits about him. Alexander once again struggling. And Hero definitely the aggressor. But the thing about pro wrestling, it doesn't matter whether you've led most of the match or whether you've been behind most of the match. It takes a 1, 2, 3 or a submission. The rest of it is just conversation. Here comes Hero. Hero slamming into Alexander.
Oh,
big boot. And that could be it. 1, 2,
and no.
Alexander able to power out, barely.
Those long limbs of Chris Hero getting that big boot up there. Again, all the advantage to Chris Hero there with those long, spindly arms and legs allows him to whip his body around, as I mentioned earlier. He clocked Cedric with that kick to the head.
Maybe looking to deliver the coup de grace with his big elbow.
Setting up for you. Oh, and Cedric had it scouted.
Alexander countered it. Again trying, and again Alexander with the rear kick.
Oh.
And this time Alexander. Another.
No, there it is! Roaring elbow! That's it! Cedric Alexander is lost! He's lost! I can't believe he kicked out!
Wow.
That should have been it. Cedric Alexander had lost his first match of the dream sequence. How did he kick out?
What did it take for Alexander to somehow dig down deep and kick out of the finishing maneuver of Chris Hero?
Chris Hero wants to know too.
And now this could play right into Alexander. Hero hit him with his best shot, and it wasn't enough to put him away.
Uh-oh, but taking that wrap off. He's going to go for that again.
Try again.
With that bare elbow, no padding on it. Oh, he went for a neck breaker, but look.
Instead Alexander counters him too.
Well, Hero's size almost worked against it there. Went for that elbow again. And another jumping enziguri. Look out. Oh, he went for the brainbuster, but there was Hero with the small package, a 2 count. How well scouted do these guys have each other?
An amazing match going on right now.
Running kick to the face.
Hero trying to get momentum again, and again softening up Alexander.
Look out!
But Alexander follows him.
Concussion on delivery, that's a kick in the corner. Alexander's won. He's beat him down. Chris Hero somehow.
Almost. And Alexander can't believe it.
And now both guys have hit their big moves, and both guys have kicked out. Could we see that brainbuster? Yes! Brainbuster! And he's got the legs hooked! I'm not sure who was
I
being
almost
pinned
thought
there.
they were pinning each other. That could have been the first time both men could have won and lost.
Cedric, I think shoulders were down more because he was terrified, grabbing our referee, wanting to know what happened. He got out of it.
And the fans applauding both competitors. And you have to admit, Chris Shore, they have brought out the best in each other.
What wherewithal with Chris Hero on the way down, grabbing the legs, taking that brainbuster, but grabbing the legs of Cedric with his own and almost sneaking a pinfall in there. Cedric lifting him up now. What's he got planned? Oh. Kick to the side of the head, but I don't think he got it all.
Oh.
And there's Hero with that bare elbow.
A variation of what he did last time, the hard elbow, and that has Alexander rocked, but not enough.
How much more can these guys do to each other? Another brainbuster! Is that gonna be enough? And it is!
Unbelievable. Cedric Alexander.
Your winner of the match, Cedric Alexander.
Unbelievable.
Match of his career, the biggest win of his career. Cedric Alexander victorious over Chris Hero. Bruce, it's unbelievable. I was like, what a great match.
Another dream match and another victory for Cedric Alexander as he defeats the returning Chris Hero. What an incredible match. We appreciate the fact that you've joined us for PWX Wrestling. For Chris Shore, I'm Bruce Snyder. We'll see you again real soon.
continuation of the PWX Dream Matchup Series.
Michael Elgin makes his way to the ring for the dream match of the night. He will face off against Cedric Alexander. And in just a few weeks, so will the man sitting beside of me now. He is your PWX champion, Caleb Conley. Caleb, thank you for joining me.
I'm glad to be here, as always. Glad to be scouting this match. It should be a good one.
Hickory, North Carolina, where we have had a great crowd all night, is about to come alive as this man steps through the curtain. He will face you at Rise of Champions for the PWX Championship. Tomorrow night, he will face AJ Styles. Tonight, he's got Michael Elgin. Cedric Alexander looking for another victory in the Dream Match Series. And the biggest man he has faced to date, Caleb, Unbreakable Michael Elgin. Cedric was out here earlier. I asked him, I said, the man's moniker is Unbreakable. What are you going to have to do to beat him? And Cedric simply said, I'm going to have to break him.
Well, let's see if he can do it. Elgin is unbreakable. That is his name.
We are underway here.
If anybody can do it, it would be Cedric.
You have a big match coming up here very shortly as well. Your last title defense before Rise of a Champion, Rich Swann, and you will lock it up tonight.
Yep.
If you're able to retain that championship against Rich Swann, you will headline Rise of a Champion 9 with Cedric Alexander. Are you running any risk of looking past Rich Swann tonight?
I'm never at a risk of looking past Rich Swann. This isn't a guy that I've known this guy. I've wrestled, like I've said in the past, I've wrestled him several times in tag matches, never in a singles match. But, I mean, the guy, the smart marks all over the world love this guy. He's impressive. He can do anything he wants to do, and I can't take him lightly. There's no possible way I could possibly take him lightly.
Cedric can't take Michael Elgin lightly either. You just saw the power of Elgin there.
No, Elgin is insane. I mean, his thighs look like freaking red oak trees.
Yeah. I mean, a beast of a man. You walk around backstage, just an intimidating presence is Michael Elgin. And Cedric has had some good wins, including one over Chris Hero here last time in Hickory. That match available PWXProWrestling.com. Make sure you check that out on our TV shows. Cedric was victorious there. Early thoughts, what do you think? What is Cedric going to have to do if he's going to continue this win streak against Michael Elgin?
He's going to have to be the quicker man. He's going to have to, I mean, obviously he's not going to outpower it. Cedric is powerful, but right here.
Oh, and look out there. He's going for that Elgin bomb, and now for the brainbuster as well, and a little bit of a standoff.
I think back and forth wrestling with Michael Elgin is not a good idea for Cedric. He has to get in the air. Cedric is also another guy I'm not going to take lightly. I know exactly what I'm in for with him. Luckily, I've been training with him for years. I know what he does. He knows what I do. It's going to be a long night for both of us.
Now, one of Cedric's previous dream match opponents was Rich Swann. Did you and Cedric talk any about what he learned while wrestling Rich Swann the last time?
I haven't said more than a hello and a handshake to Cedric since the press conference. It's been a little bit rocky.
Got a little heated there, but you guys still friends? Yes.
We are still friends. I'm not gonna look. friends fight, friends bicker. Look, we're both going for the same title. I understand that. And, you know, I'm glad that headlining Rise of the Champion, our biggest show of the year, will be me and my best friend, Cedric.
Missed there by Cedric.
Holy
there you
crap.
see the power, yeah.
Holy crap.
Quick 2-count roll up there. It's not often in PWX that you got a guy who's more powerful than Cedric Alexander in the ring with him.
Yeah.
There you see some of the dexterity of Elgin, able to jump back up on that rope.
Oh, he's back in again. Oh.
The power of Elgin.
You know, we keep talking about Elgin's power. I think you are overlooking the power of his mullet.
It is a fine mullet.
That thing flies through the air with the greatest of ease.
And that time, helped Cedric a little bit, able to slide off of his back. Look at the dexterity of the big man. Oh!
Right in the face.
Right in the mush, and Michael Elgin does not go down, just takes a step out to the ring.
Got him out of the floor. You can't beat him out there, though.
Now, once again, the quickness of Cedric able to recover. Oh! Oh, look at the power of Elgin. Oh, my God. Into the ring post.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Oh, my God. Michael Elgin caught Cedric in midair. Cedric maybe going for a Rana or a seated senton, and instead Elgin powered him up and then bombed him into that ring post.
Cedric is no little dude. That was some power right there.
Now you begin to wonder, Cedric's back goes, I mean, everything connects to your back.
Backbone connects to every bone,
That's
right?
it. And if Cedric cannot use his speed and agility, if he can't fly off that top rope, if he can't run through the ring because of his back, he's got zero chance against Michael Elgin.
Yeah, this is not a good spot for Cedric to be in. Not at all.
And of course, with that back already injured from hitting the ring post, Michael Elgin, of course, his big move, that Elgin bomb, usually after a buckle bomb, Cedric already smarting. It's going to make that move even more effective if he's able to hit it. Cedric.
Oh, right to the back.
Again, Elgin concentrating on that back, softening Cedric Alexander up. So is this the kind of strategy that you would be looking forward to at Rise of a Champion if you and Cedric get there? Is it going to be trying to take his legs away from him? Or are you going to try to neutralize his speed? What are you going to try to do there?
Cedric he's multifaceted, man. If he can't get you with his speed, he's powerful as crap too. So it's one of those things where, I mean, yeah, if you take away his legs, at least you're taking away one of his weapons. He's got a million, it seems like. If you take away one, though, at least that's better. He's not fighting on all cylinders, and that's kind of what you have to hope for. Like I said before, man, I helped train Cedric when he first started. Almost every week we're in the ring together at some point at high spots, and I know what he does. So hopefully, just the knowledge I know already coming into it will help me at an advantage. But at the same time, he knows the same stuff I do. So, he's got an opening.
Again.
He's got an opening.
Yeah, and Cedric Alexander will fly. We've seen it many times. Oh! Elgin had it scouted.
Wow.
Cedric might be knocked out.
He looked like a flopping fish right there. Crap.
Look at Alexander, virtually lifeless. After that blow to the temple. And now what's Elgin got planned here? Nothing good. Oh, slams him down on that apron.
Cedric's back has got to be about to be broken. He's about to be broken, Cedric Alexander.
Quick cover here from Elgin, too. I've only had the misfortune of being in that ring one time with a wrestler, and I can tell you, the closer you get to the edge, the harder that ring becomes.
Yeah, there's no give.
Zero give in that apron.
Going for it. We got an Elgin bomb coming here.
He's going to try to get him up, but Cedric drives him back into the corner.
Hits that Elgin bomb. He can go right to the club and get him a Jaeger bomb.
Oh!
Holy crap.
Again, the power of Michael Elgin, too much for Cedric Alexander.
Where is he going?
Here. We've seen this. He's very agile. You pointed it out earlier. Cedric saw it coming, and that's the only reason why this match continues. If Cedric Alexander hadn't gotten out of the way, this is done.
Oh, I don't like that decision by Elgin. I mean, he obviously had the power game going for him. He tried to take it to the top rope, and obviously that's not his strong suit. He should have just kept going what he had going. Holy crap!
Now referee Mitch Blaylock up to a 5 count.
This is the turnaround Cedric needs.
Cedric needs to do something here. He's absorbed a lot of punishment on that back.
They're back.
Now Cedric's move too, we talked about this earlier with the back. Cedric's move is that brain buster with a hurt back. Can he get Elgin up? I mean, he's got to get the man vertical before he can drop him down on his head.
That's a question that has to be answered here soon, I'm sure. He can't shoot him off. I don't know if he can get him up.
Oh, hard kick there. But look, when's the last time you see Cedric Alexander just clothesline someone and they just look at him? Especially after a second.
He's going to have to come harder than that.
Oh, the super kick. Look out here. Can we see that COD? No, Elgin got him up and over. Elgin's still on his feet. Cedric's hit with everything and finally knocks the big man down. He's chopped the tree. Is it enough? No.
Whoa, that was 2 5/8, man. That was a close one. Ooh.
Referee Mitch Blaylock right there.
He's calling for it. He's calling for it.
Now here's the question. Michael Elgin near 300 pounds. Can he get the big man up? Not able to there. Elgin. Oh. Like nope. Maybe go that stall suplex, but Cedric ready for it.
Oh. Right in the back of the head.
Cedric hooks the leg. Only a 2 count. Cedric has had a flurry of offense there.
Cedric is desperate, man. Look at his face.
That's why they call him Unbreakable Michael Elgin, folks.
I want to say the mullet shielded him a little bit with that kick. There was a little bit of cushion. If he would have had a plain haircut, that would have probably put him down.
Instead, Elgin lives to fight another day. And once again, dropping his weight down. And look, Cedric's a powerful guy. I don't think he's got enough. Yeah, you can't dead weight him up. Elgin goes around the back.
Well, holds on.
Flips him off. Oh, he's got it down. Crossface.
Crossface.
Crossface. He's got him in the crossface.
Is he close to the ropes?
And Elgin rips back.
He's getting there.
Cedric in real trouble here, but trying to get his body twisted around and makes the rope.
Scramble's good. He knew if he didn't get there quick, it would have been over.
And Elgin taking every bit of that 5 count to let go.
You got to. You got to 5, you have to take as much as you can, man. That crossface, that's got to be hurting on the back too, man.
Yeah.
Oh, to the apron. You don't want to be
that
here.
Head back.
You don't want to be here.
Oh God, we're gonna do this again. Cedric drops down. Now trying to get some separation from Michael Elgin, and he does. But Elgin right back with another forearm to the side of the head. Well, these two guys are in a war. I mentioned it earlier how cold it is in here, yet you can see the sweat on both of these guys. They are going at it hard and heavy here in Hickory tonight. Oh! Step up with the enziguri, and Elgin falls back in.
Going frog splash? Nope.
Now with Elgin getting to his feet, he's not. Holy God! Michael Elgin hit a drop kick to the top rope. Write that down. I've never seen anything like it.
I had no idea that he could get that high. Oh, I am very impressed with that.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Completely blown away. Michael Elgin elevating to above the top rope to knock Cedric Alexander down. And now bad intentions. Cedric can't deadlift Elgin, but Elgin might be able to deadlift Cedric. Oh! Cedric wisely.
That was a
sweeping the
desperation move right there, man. It was all or nothing at that point.
Certainly looked like it for me as well.
He's up top again. Oh.
Up and over goes Cedric. Look out here.
Sunset. Oh, nope.
There we see again the
much
size.
power.
Yep, the size of Elgin. And now look at him deadlift Cedric straight up in the air. Oh! Cedric reverses. No, I'm sorry, it was. Drops it forward. I thought Cedric had grabbed the head at first. And maybe that was the difference. Maybe Elgin didn't get it all. From my vantage point, it looked like Cedric had grabbed the head. It might have just been Elgin not able to get it all.
Cedric I think he's out on his feet at this point.
And now, could we see that buckle bomb here? Oh, Cedric again up and over. Look out here. Oh, again, the agility of Elgin. Who would have thought that a man this size could do all that? Cedric returns the favor, though. Back elbow.
He just can't get anything started. As soon as he gets a good kick, and then Elgin cuts him right back off. He can't get anything started.
Again, Cedric with another kick, but Elgin not having any of it. Oh, my God. We've seen Elgin explode like that before. Oh, there it is!
Oh.
Knocked him out. Oh, Cedric got it one. Oh, turns him inside out. 1, 2, and oh my God. Why would you kick out? Why would you kick out? Not how could he, but why would you? After getting his head taken off like that.
At this point, he's running on fumes. I think he heard a 2 count and just knew instinctively to kick out. I don't think he even knows where he's at this point. Sometimes it's muscle memory. It's you hear 2 pats and you know at that moment you have to get your shoulder up or it's the end, and you never want it to be the end.
Pure instinct, all that has to be driving Cedric Alexander right now. After he has been just racked by a Michael Elgin clothesline. And now that buckle bomb, that's the setup. Can he hit the Elgin bomb here? Spin around. Oh, wait, Cedric goes back out. Reverse Rana. Spiked Elgin down. And now Cedric scrambling to the top rope. Could it be that frog splash? Could it be? Oh! Elgin with the legs.
Wow.
And you talked about it, champ. Every time Cedric gets something started and thinks he has an opening, Elgin is there to shut him down. Whatever education you were lacking about Cedric Alexander, champ, you're getting it tonight.
Yep.
Michael Elgin is hitting with everything, and Cedric is still standing tall. We're going to find out how much grit and determination Cedric has right now. Oh, there's that COD, the concussion on delivery, and a quick roll-up. Has he got him here?
Yep.
No.
It's close.
The move that broke Adam Page's nose, not enough to put down Michael Elgin.
He's going back. He's going back to the top.
Now he made a mistake here.
I don't know if this is smart. He just got his knees up.
Sometimes Cedric can get emotional. When he does, he can make mistakes. And that was one there. Cedric in a bad spot right here. Michael Elgin on the ring, or in the ring. Cedric on the top turnbuckle.
No, this is not a good place for Cedric to be.
Battling on the top rope
It's
here.
not good for anybody to be. Nothing but bad stuff happens up here.
They talk about it being high risk up there. Cedric goes up and over, powerbomb. And now quickly scrambling to the top.
This is the opening he needed. This is the opening he needed.
Can he actually hit it? Yes!
To the back.
The front slash to the back and now running to the opposite corner is Cedric Alexander. Could we see another one? Frog splash! And a cover. Michael Elgin has been broken. No, he hasn't.
Oh. What do you call that, 15/16ths? I'm not very good with fractions. That was freaking close, though.
It was the tiniest of fractions by which Michael Elgin got his shoulder up. You hear the Hickory crowd voicing their approval.
The crowd said it best.
It is certainly awesome here in Hickory, North Carolina, as Cedric Alexander hits back-to-back frog splashes, one to the back, one to the chest of Michael Elgin, and still not enough to keep the big man down. And now Cedric trying to power Elgin up to his feet. He might be trying for that brain buster. I don't know, champ. I don't know if he can get the big guy up and back to that crossface. And he's got him hooked in the middle of the ring.
Man, he is dead center in the middle.
Cedric in a bad place right there. Oh, but he gets him over. He's got the big man over. No. Elgin had to break the hold. Cedric once again with that kick. Yep. Oh, and that back fist from Elgin. And another one. Could it be another buckle bomb? And the Elgin bomb? No! Cedric rolls him over. Jackknife! Jackknife!
Oh my God! Holy crap!
He beat him!
That was out of nowhere. That was... Man.
Well, Cedric Alexander has had some great wins in that dream match.
He narrowly escaped that one.
Jeff, I was going to say, I think that's more of an escape than a win. Woo! It goes down in the win column for Cedric.
He survived is what he did.
What a great match and a great win.
I'll have to go to the back and congratulate him. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for joining me out here, our PWX champion Caleb Conley, for this match. A fantastic dream match. And now look out, Michael Elgin might be looking for some more from Cedric. Waiting here. Caleb Conley might have bailed too soon. But now look at the show of respect for Michael Elgin. He realizes he made one little mistake. There it is. The dream match has been a dream. Tomorrow night it's AJ Styles. Once he gets past there, it is Rise of a Champion and Caleb Conley for the PWX Championship. Your winner, Cedric Alexander. This is it. This is what we've all been waiting for. The final Dream Match Series match.
How many Dream matches has Cedric been involved in so far? I just asked you a question you didn't know the answer to.
I'm trying to count them. Jay Lethal, Johnny Gargano, Davey Richards, Tommaso Ciampa, Michael Elgin, Chris Hero. The list goes on and on. Tonight, the biggest challenge he's had in this series, AJ Styles versus that man, Cedric Alexander.
Showtime!
And of course, Cedric will face Caleb Conley at Rise of a Champion 9 live on iPay-per-view for the PWX Championship. And Kevin, you got to believe, if he's able to get a win over AJ Styles here tonight, he will have nothing but pure momentum heading into the pay-per-view.
I would say he will have momentum either way, because even if he can't pick up a win against AJ Styles, losing to AJ Styles is certainly no shame. But beating him is a giant statement. Because not a lot of people can say they've beaten AJ Styles. I can.
Saw the champion earlier victorious over Luke Gallows.
That's a pretty big statement, too.
Yes, it was.
Especially after Gallows hit him with a chair like 15 times.
And this is what this crowd in Winston has been waiting for. The arrival of the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, one of the most intense men in pro wrestling today.
Former TNA World Champion, Tag Team Champion, Television Champion, Triple Crown winner, Grand Slam winner.
Champion of my heart. So many titles.
AJ Styles has done it all tonight. Cedric Alexander has an opportunity to say he's one of the few people that's beaten AJ Styles, if he can make it happen.
It's a big if. But Cedric has been on a roll. He has been having stellar matches after stellar match. Stellar match after stellar match.
Let Corky Franks handle official ring introductions.
And your referee is Mitch Layla. First, to my left, he weighs in tonight at 207 pounds. Wrestling out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Cedric Alexander.
Cedric Alexander out of Charlotte, North Carolina, just 90 minutes away from here in Winston, the biggest match of his career.
Very excited for this.
Right. He weighs in tonight at 215 pounds. Wrestling out of Gainesville, Georgia, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
AJ Styles out of Gainesville, Georgia. Getting some love like it's home here from this crowd in Winston-Salem. Fan favorite versus fan favorite tonight. One of these men will walk out of here with a huge win. And we are underway. Let's do this. I've been waiting for this since it was announced. Cedric Alexander, AJ Styles.
Dueling chants already.
Yep. And a handshake to start off.
Crowd is split as evenly as it can be.
A little cat and mouse here at the beginning. Both of these guys trying to fill each other out. First time these two have ever faced off. Now Cedric trying to... Nothing going there for either man. Kevin, you've been in the ring with both of these guys.
Correct.
Let's start with Cedric. He's looking at, again, the biggest name, arguably, that he's ever faced in his career across the ring right now. What has he got to do to put away AJ Styles?
I cheated to beat him, so maybe a little cheating would help him.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest, AJ Styles is like no one else I've ever wrestled. From the intensity he brings to the ring to just the skills he has. There's nobody like him. So Cedric's going to have to give it his all, but you know what? Cedric does that every night. So he's got as good of a chance to beat him as anybody has, honestly. Cedric is on the rise, and I've seen it just in the last year. I've been so impressed with him. And tonight could be an upset, because it would be an upset. But it's not one that's out of reach.
And going the other way, it was about a year ago, give or take, that you also wrestled Cedric Alexander here in PWX.
Year and a half, yeah.
Year and a half, okay. And I believe at the end you called him the real effing deal, if memory serves. What does AJ Styles got to do to put away Cedric Alexander?
I mean, he's kind of has to do the exact same thing Cedric's going to be trying to do. He's going to have to bring everything he has, because Cedric's not going to give up. This, like you said, you said arguably, but I don't think it's arguable. This is the biggest match of Cedric's career. This is the biggest star he's ever faced. And Cedric was just, I have a feeling Cedric just won't die. So it's going to be, as talented as AJ Styles is, as experienced as he is, I think he's about to have the fight brought to him by Cedric like even he might not expect, to be honest. I don't know how familiar AJ is with Cedric, too. That might be something that plays in Cedric's favor.
Yes, Cedric, I'm sure, has had a lot more opportunity to see AJ wrestle than AJ has to see Cedric wrestle.
Absolutely.
So the scouting report certainly in Cedric's favor. And it's going to be interesting. Both guys, very similar styles. They're both very quick, but also have a lot of power. Neither man afraid to go to the top rope. Neither man afraid to hit you in the mouth. Both guys have strong striking ability. AJ Styles looking for either that Styles clash or that calf killer. And, of course, the concussion on delivery, that corner drop kick The COD from Cedric Alexander leading to that brain buster. Either man hits their move tonight, that's going to be it.
I would say that the fact their styles are so similar probably has a lot to do with Cedric watching a lot of AJ Styles as he came up in this industry. So that's, again, something that might play in Cedric's favor for this match.
Cedric saying a couple of weeks ago that AJ Styles was one of the men that he idolized as he was breaking into the business.
Well, there you go.
So Cedric Alexander and AJ Styles now. And again, we've been a little bit of a deadlock here. Neither guy has been able to string together anything for a significant run. Still in the feeling out stage. What do you try to do at this point in the match, Kevin? When you're in there with a guy you've never wrestled before, first time you've been in there with him, first time you've really had a chance to look at him, trying to feel him out. What are you trying to, what would you be looking for? A weakness somewhere?
What would I be doing, or what most wrestlers do? Because that's two very different questions with two different answers.
Okay, we'll go with what would most wrestlers do.
I mean, they do stuff like that. They try to gauge what the other wrestler has going for them, try to feel him out. Maybe a couple, whether it's a headlock or a lockup or an armbar, anything like that. They're trying to see how strong the other guy is. They're trying to see what he's going to do to try to get out of it and then go from there. I try to punch people in the face, but not everybody is like me,
That's true. You are one of a kind.
I try. That's what my mom tells me. AJ Styles actually took a little bit of a break just now, which is interesting, I think. AJ Styles, though, last time I wrestled AJ Styles was in 2005, and while it's very obvious that he's very good and still at the top of his game, a little bit older,
yeah,
maybe a little bit slower. I'm not saying that for a fact. We're gonna see, but certainly doesn't look slower there. I take it back immediately.
Look at this. Boy, the evenness of this match is unbelievable. Quick roll up, just a 2 count.
Cedric
and
trying to go for a
package.
quick victory here. Ooh.
Now Cedric, gets up.
Very nice.
And settles in. AJ Styles. Now, here's a question, and I'm not trying to question AJ when I say this, but I think anybody could fall into this. AJ has been on the big stage at TNA for a number of years. Right? Touring all across the nation, going overseas, being seen by millions of people every week.
Yep.
Now he's here at PWX. Our crowd size not as big as what you would see at a TNA event or on TNA television.
No.
But is it possible that spending all that time at TNA would make him look past an opponent here at this level?
Sure. I mean, egos get bigger, and the guy's been on, like you said, the guy's been everywhere. He's won a lot of titles. I mean, and that's not to say, that's not to say anything bad about AJ, but I think that's a very natural thing when you've been, this usually ends badly. Oh! Cedric Alexander had this scouted. Usually the leapfrog drop down leads to a giant drop kick, but Cedric's like, no, I'm just going to punch you right in the face, which is what I do.
Oh, there it is.
There he goes. Well, I guess he didn't have it scouted as well as he wishes he had. AJ Styles still reeling from that punch, by the way. That was a very good one.
And now Cedric to the floor, trying to regroup a little bit. Styles stalking him.
You never know.
Look out here. AJ Styles will fly. We talked about it. Oh!
See, you never know what's coming either. Some people might have expected AJ to dive over the top rope, but instead he went through the ropes and kicked Cedric right in the face. Oh, I forgot we had that screen again.
Comes in handy. Like now when AJ has Cedric on the floor.
Third row at this point. Back in the ring.
No barricades here at PWX. Action right up in your face. Check out when we're coming to your town, pwxprowrestling.com. Right now, AJ settling in. Oh,
did you see how he picked him up and then picked him up even higher before dropping him, adding velocity to that move? Usually people will just pick the guy up, drop to their knees, that's the end of it. AJ put extra oomph on that one, which could have blown his knee out. You never know.
Definitely a risk-reward situation there as AJ Styles settles in, reaching back on the neck of Cedric Alexander. And for the first time, we see one of these men in trouble. AJ Styles firmly in control here on Cedric Alexander.
I wonder if those gloves actually help AJ keep a bit of a better grip on the man than bare hands would.
Good point. You see a lot of receivers in the NFL, for example, wearing gloves to help them catch balls.
I have never watched a football game in my life, so I don't know that.
I know you're not a big fan.
No.
Like hockey?
I don't like it either. I don't care about how many times they put the thing and then the points. It doesn't matter to me, ever.
Cedric's caring right now about being slammed down by AJ Styles.
Very quick Hurricane Rana.
And that's something you just can't prepare for with Styles, that explosiveness, that just out of nowhere, flying at you, Hurricane Rana, whatever it may be, you just can't prep for that.
The only person I could compare to AJ as far as that explosiveness goes is Roderick Strong. But I'm not sure that Cedric has ever really wrestled Roderick Strong, so you're right, I don't think he would really be prepared for something like that. Because that's the kind of thing you can't prepare for, no matter how many times you watch the man's matches, you know? Until you're in there and you're feeling it, you don't know anything about it, trust me.
You mentioned Roderick Strong. He and AJ Styles wrestled not too long ago, and Styles clash has left Roderick Strong with some injuries to his neck. That's what our Country Jack was referencing earlier about telling him to go with the big gay on it to come out here.
That could play in Caleb Conley's favor when the title match, if AJ Styles hits that Styles clash on Cedric, who knows what could happen.
Cedric could be in real trouble heading into that iPay-per-view.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure Caleb doesn't feel too great after that match with Gallows, but still, that could even the odds a little bit.
You see the agility of Styles. Oh! Talk about having it scouted again. Cedric Alexander saw that coming.
You went into my mouth and took the words right out just now. You just reached in there and just yanked them right out. Very uncomfortable.
And so maybe the exposure of AJ Styles a disadvantage for him. As we mentioned earlier, there's plenty of tape out there for Cedric to see AJ.
Absolutely. Or DVDs. It is 2014.
That's correct.
The tapes, maybe not so much. Oh, man, Cedric really has this.
Oh, he's got to put some that neck breaker hung to the ropes.
Now, obviously, the impact on the neck.
Quick cover here.
But
2 count.
A thing that most fans probably won't know about is your back raking across that second rope there on the way down may be worse than the impact on the neck, because those ropes are very unforgiving to the skin. Trust me on that.
Seen a lot of people bleed over the years.
Big chop by Cedric. You can see, I think, welts on AJ's back from that rope.
Oh, and heavy-handed chops.
Cedric shouldn't be taking time to jaw jack with the crowd, which is kind of ironic coming from me, who does it for 94% of his matches, but not if I'm wrestling AJ Styles, you know?
Oh,
man.
Running kick to the head. AJ Styles in trouble here, but just a 2 count for Cedric.
Short 2 as well. Says something about AJ there, too. But Cedric didn't waste any time going for the cover, which is the right move. Big chin lock. Looks like he has pretty tight. No need for gloves for Cedric.
And again, I mentioned it earlier, the long list of wins for Cedric Alexander in this Dream Match Series. Johnny Gargano, Jay Lethal in a Match of the Year contender for 2013. Got Davey Richards, Chris Hero in a great match in Hickory, North Carolina a few months ago. But none of those matches with the grandiose stage like this. We're here at Siggy's. This crowd from Winston-Salem very hyped up to see this match. AJ Styles right now taking it back to Cedric, driving him into the corner.
AJ's just trying to get out of trouble at this point. I think he's still reeling from that fall on the rope there.
Up and over. Oh! comes off that top rope with a quick kick. But AJ, I think Cedric had him kind of rocked on the side as he went for the pin. AJ,
I actually think the leverage he tried to put on AJ's legs may have worked as a disadvantage for him.
I agree.
He lifted his shoulder on the phone.
If AJ is anything, he is a ring general. He knows where he is at all times and feeling himself on his side for that pinfall attempt, using gravity to his benefit and just rolling over out of the pin.
AJ looks like he needs a haircut. I wonder if the hair in his face may play against him.
It's possible.
You don't know. Might seem silly, but big punch.
When you're in there with a guy like Cedric, when you're in there with a guy like AJ, that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about a half inch.
Oh my God! That was, I think he landed right on his head.
AJ Styles in real trouble, struggling to get to his feet.
He went right through the ropes. Cedric Alexander has been on point with his punches tonight, let me tell you.
Now Cedric makes his way around the ring.
Another one. Since AJ right down.
AJ Styles might end up with concussed before the night's over with. The European uppercut rocks him again.
Very impressive.
And Cedric breaking the count there, not wanting to win this by count out.
Crowd getting firmly behind Cedric. Cedric, very impressive the way he's in control and has been for most of this match. Is quite honestly a little surprising to me, but very good. AJ just shifted the momentum in his favor.
And now AJ laying in kicks.
Oh!
AJ crashing down on that apron, the hardest part of the ring.
We were talking about explosiveness earlier. Cedric displayed some of his own just now.
Cedric
just trying to get AJ down for a cover any way he can.
AJ kicking out at one, but every time he has to kick out, he expends a little more energy. It's a little bit less gas in the tank.
That's true, but I think those kickouts at one has a lot to do with just pride and ego. AJ, like we said, he's been all over. He's accomplished a lot of things, and I think the fact that this relatively young and new talent is taking it to him the way he has been in charge for most of the match, that's got to weigh on AJ's ego. So I think those kickouts at one, even though he could probably kick out at two, or a bit of a, a slap to the face to Cedric.
Oh, and look out here. Styles trying to get the head down. We've seen him hit that Styles clash on the top rope before.
Cedric fighting out of it, though.
Oh, he might have rocked himself with that headbutt there.
That happens. I've been a victim of that many times.
Now what Cedric got planned all the way on the top rope. Could it be a superplex here? Can he get AJ up and over? AJ fighting.
AJ's fighting it.
Oh! Down front suplex from the top rope, and both men are down.
That was not a good landing for AJ either, though. He landed very hard as well, but at least he took Cedric down with him, really. So the playing field is a little more even now. Let's see who gets up first.
AJ Styles needed to create some separation. He did, but as Kevin Steen pointed out, at a high cost to himself as well. Both guys struggling to get to their feet. They have been in an absolute war. Cedric has been on point with strikes, some very hard punches and forearms to the face.
AJ's back to his feet first.
AJ Styles showing off his athleticism, myriad of moves, and now just a clubbing clothesline.
Oh my God.
Spinning kick has Cedric Alexander rocked. And a dream match participants in trouble here, but AJ up and over, wow, lands on his feet.
He's got that springboard forearm he uses expertly, and there it is.
Cedric Alexander as AJ Styles kips up.
AJ Styles getting his second win.
Out here. Drives him down in a quick cover. Cedric Alexander lost his first dream match? No. Well, I don't know that I have seen Cedric in as much trouble as this in any of the dream matches to date.
Cedric Alexander looks a little worried there.
AJ Styles stalking. Styles has been in, oh, and now calling for that Styles clash. This is what hurt Roderick Strong, but, oh, able to escape there. Cedric, oh, he's got him for that full Nelson. And now, backbreaker! Could that be it as he beat AJ Styles? No, he did not. No, he did not. And Cedric Alexander is beside himself.
That was probably, I've seen Cedric hit that move many times. That was by far the most effective way I've ever seen him hit it before. Fans chanting that was 3, and it may have been.
Referee Mitch Blaylock assures us it was 2. This match continues. Fans chanting this is awesome now. I'd be hard pressed to disagree with them.
Just 2 spectacular athletes right now. This is, I have a feeling it's just going to get better.
Getting a look at what might be a historic match right here one day, folks. The present in AJ Styles, the future in Cedric Alexander. Which man is going to walk away from this victorious? Cedric might be going for that brain buster. That's his move if he can get Styles up, but Styles sinking low, not allowing it to happen. And now, oh! Hooks Cedric for that deck breaker.
Uses Cedric's momentum while he's going over for that suplex and just drives him down. AJ, throughout his career, has developed some very unique offense, which is always hard to prepare for. Like I've mentioned, no matter how many times you watch DVDs and not tapes of the man, it's very hard to prepare for offense like that nobody else really ever does.
Oh, and AJ Styles was in a bad place up there, and Cedric made sure that it got worse.
Big leaping palm strike.
And now once again, Cedric might be looking for another superplex. Last time this ended badly for him. Styles was able to reverse it.
Bit of a doubtful move. You're right. Doesn't work out once. Going for it a second time when the price to pay if it doesn't work.
Oh, look at AJ. Yeah. Oh, but Cedric rolls it through. Has he got him here? He's got him hooked. No. Big chop from Styles. Oh, and now into a side headlock and raining punches down.
Oh!
There's the COD. Concussion on delivery. Can he drag him out here? He's got him covered. 2. Has he beat AJ Styles? No. Well, Cedric has hit AJ with just about everything in his arsenal tonight. The last club in the bag might be that brain buster.
AJ Styles trying to make it back to the corner just to be able to pull himself back up.
Cedric. But look out, calf killer, could it be? Yes, he's got that calf killer in, and Cedric Alexander is in the middle of the ring and in real trouble. We have seen a number of people tap out to this. Cedric is in serious trouble here, trying to drag himself to the ropes.
Crowd begging Cedric not to tap. He gets the ropes.
And somehow Cedric able to drag himself over, clawing to get to the ropes. And makes AJ break. And I think AJ thought he might have been able to sneak one by there. He appears frustrated too. You have to wonder if Cedric's getting in AJ's head a little bit. Cedric, I'm sure, came in understanding the level of competition he was going to get. Did Styles? Did AJ Styles understand what he was going to get into with Cedric Alexander? Is maybe he frustrated, wondering what he's going to have to do to put this kid away?
I'm sure AJ was aware of Cedric and what he brings to the table, but it's like I said many times during this match, you can't really prepare for somebody until you're in the ring with them. So
Now both these guys trying to lock up hamstrings and quads, kicking each other in the leg. Oh, but AJ blocked it. Oh!
Cedric's got to capitalize, though.
Block that. Oh, Pele kick! Pele kick! Cedric Alexander is out on his feet.
He's trying to stay up.
And makes the ropes to help him. If he had been another 2 foot from those ropes, I think he'd ended up face down on the mat. Oh, and a double clothesline. Both men thinking the same thing.
What are they doing?
And referee,
what
is Country Jack doing out here? What is Country Jack doing out here? They have nothing to do with this match. Cedric tosses him to the floor. Tosses Corey to the floor. Now Page comes in. He goes to the floor as well. Cedric will set up here. Oh, Styles flips it down, rolls him up. Oh, wait, he's got him up. He's got him up. No.
And
no, Flash. No. No, not this. 1, 2. I can't believe it.
Country Jack is going to have hell to pay. I have a feeling about that.
The undefeated record in the Dream Match Series is over thanks to Country Jack. An unbelievable match. AJ Styles defeats Cedric Alexander, but give the assist to Corey Hollis and Adam Page, who had no damn business being out here in the first place. Styles winning with the Styles Clash. And Cedric Alexander has been defeated in the Dream Match Series. Unbelievable. The crowd here in Winston is shocked silence. They can't believe Cedric's been defeated. I can't believe Cedric's been defeated. And now AJ Styles coming over towards Cedric and helping him to his feet. Look at this respect. Look at this respect. AJ Styles and Cedric Alexander. A great match. And such respect from Styles for Cedric. Cedric shows great respect for the veteran Styles too. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Cedric coming up short tonight. His next chance, though, at a great match is this night. Tonight, that's right, February 15th, 2014, live on iPay-per-view at highspots.tv. It will be Cedric versus Caleb, Rise of a Champion 9.
You want me to talk about Dixie? To tell you the truth, I'm better than that. I'm a better man than talk about her. But I will tell you this. I'm not here by mistake. I'm here for a reason. And despite what some of you may think about this being a storyline or some kind of gimmick, I don't work for Dixie Carter. I work for you. For 11 years, I've had a lot of AJ chants, but tonight, it was split right down the middle. So, I am all for you cheering for your homegrown talent. And if there's ever a time you guys need to be split of who you're going to root for tonight, this was the match to do it.
AJ Styles is a class act. He gave us a great match tonight. Fans, thank you so much for watching PWX Wrestling. My name is Chris Shore. The next time you hear my voice, We will be coming to you live at the Cabarrus Arena for Rise of a Champion 9, where Cedric Alexander will face longtime partner Caleb Conley for the PWX Championship. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you at Rise of a Champion.